Man, I tell you what, we had a meeting today, some of us. There's some people I'm very disappointed with him. I'm disappointed. I'm just shocked with these people. How many of y'all shocked with these people? How many of y'all want to make it America? So everybody disappointed. Yeah, disappointed with these people. That's all. We're trying to hold on. I mean, you might be the person I'm talking about, Chris. He must be very disappointed. I mean, your name was like one of the top of the chain. He's very disappointed. Yeah, I mean, Chris. Who else y'all would think? Oh, no. They said Robert. Oh, yeah. Rob, we get Chris over there. We're going to put him in the crusher. Put him in the crusher. Yeah. So we got Austin. Yeah, disappointed. Who else? Princess.
I didn't even say anything.
Princess. Trying to think of somebody else. Yeah, that got a name. Then we can make sure we get a check by your name today, too. No, Justin didn't do it. Always Hayward. Hayward man he didn't have to be in the meeting. I'm disappointed with Hayward. How many of y'all Hayward ain't got to do nothing for y'all be disappointed in him? That's right. Hayward, as long as you never be disappointed in you. Isn't that right? I can tell you disappointed. How many times he let you down in spades? I know it. Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. You done carried that man a long time. You're a terrible card player. But other than that, you tired, I know it. I can tell you, ooh, that's a lot. That man drank a lot of life out of playing. I played spade one time. It take that man 40 minutes to touch the card, take a hand off the card, move to another card, look back at that card, look at you and say, what I ought to do? I want to grab all your cards and sling them on this table if you don't hurry up and throw out. Well, I don't care if it's the wrong card, throw it out. Yeah, he'll just worry your nerve. You'll be there all night messing with him. Terrible card player. But anyway, that's what happened to him. Jahid, I see him do a little chimp thing up here. I see him. I told you, they keep seeing human do stuff. They get more and more like human. Ain't that right? He don't favor Caesar, though, from Planet Ape a little bit. Don't he favor him, though, a little bit? You remind me of him a little bit. He do it. Really, he doing him. Y'all remember Caesar? When he was in Washington State, he was up in that tree. I said, Jahid right now. Should know they human. Isn't that right? That's all right. We know you're crazy. Good to have Mean Dwight back. Stop. It really wasn't that serious. I wasn't trying to get no ovation. That way y'all thought I stopped y'all looking for an ovation? Oh, yeah, I don't believe I was scared too. Everybody hard. I'm sorry. Yeah. That joker that was mean to death, ain't it? That's all right. All right, appreciate everybody. It's too to be alive. Appreciate Mr. Hoover for sparing our Kai once again. Give us an opportunity to come in, hear the bar, give us a chance to examine ourselves, make sure we get it right. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. Got to make sure we get this thing right. Isn't that right? Self-examination, self-preservation. Isn't that right? That's our goal, right? You call it that people really are. I know, probably not. I mean, I don't think people really do to the magnitude degree that you need to. Seeing this thing winding up out here. Damon sent me the article. I had already been watching about them sending the Germany sending the tanks over, Poland sending the tank, England, America sending some tanks over that ain't worth a flying flip, ain't designed for no snow. They ready to kill what they call sand niggas. Anybody in the Middle East, that's what they really designed to try to kill at this point. They ain't designed tanks to kill white people. They designed to kill dark and human colored people. That's why the tank ain't gonna work over there. It's not designed for that type of weather over there. But at the same time, I mean, this is only gonna move to a more critical state. You know, with them sending those tanks, it's gonna push Russia, gonna push Belarus, no doubt. I think Belarus will join it. You're gonna push the hand of China and other people to go ahead and supply them with weapons. North Korea have been supplying them. They've been getting weapons back from people they sold them from. At that point, I mean, all bets off on everything. Humanity is pretty much done. I mean, they're going to push hands to where they're going to have to wind up crossing troops over now to try to save the place. And that's where it's going to be the big problem. And the sad part is people that's going to die. I mean, the people are the soldiers. The people are the citizens. The people are every race. It ain't no one race, everybody. All of us going to suffer behind these idiots. There's not a world leader that's not an idiot. And I tell every one of them flat foot, every one of them an idiot. Because nobody considering human. The fact that you'll meet about global warming, I mean, what do these bombs do? Cool everything off? So when you drop these bombs, the effect that these bombs do exactly what to the ground? These mortar shells you leave in the ground. You know what I'm saying? These explosives, the kids come and play. Y'all don't know how many things leave in the ground. Kids get maimed. I'm not just blowing them up. They leave because they don't go back and get them. They just leave them out here. And it's the fact that you killing people, then you meeting like you have this great care concern about humanity. we got to look at the global warming. We got to try to go to more alternatives for energy because, so when y'all dropping these bombs and bullets and killing people, what do y'all think going on with this stuff? You don't think there's no effect? You think we're more concerned about global warming, but go ahead and blow up and kill innocent people? I mean, it's just the dumbest thing I've seen. And the soldiers ain't got, really, all the soldiers, everyone in the military need to quit. They need to quit. I mean, it don't make sense. Think about this. You're going to fight somebody who been told something about you, and none of y'all know each other. You going here with a turn, because they done ribbed you up. Yeah, this guy want to kill your mom. He want to kill your kid, want to rape your kid. What you think, though? This is what you think about that. For the soldiers that went to Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo, what do y'all think they told these soldiers? They told these people that these people were enemies of the United States. These people want to kill women and children. These people want to take away your right and your religion and want to force you into their religion. This is the same lie they told them about you. That they saw you and they showed their homosexuality, your homosexuality, they showed it to them. They show your kids out of control, your women naked. They show your people on drugs, and these people look at, I'll kill them all. We'll never have that. My daughter will never dress like that. My son will never be a homosexual. So when they show you this person that's determined to fight to keep his way of life, he's only fighting because that's not his culture. You see his culture saying, I'm not going to be, my wife ain't going to be dressed up with all that. I want my wife butt naked with her booty cheek out with her name on the top of it. All that food. I want my son to have a right to be gay and my daughter to be a man. And they're not going to stop my son. They'll show you Islam on the worst pinnacle. But this is what you got to remember. They do business with Islamic nations. These same nations now, not mind you now, they're terrorists. These people hate freedom. These people do all that. They do business with these people. These people supply your oil. So they tell you one lie when they do business with these people. These women walk over here and anytime they meet with them, they wrap their heads and put on dresses. They'll play you like a fool. When Hillary Clinton went, they never will show you. They've never sat down and met with them and sat there with her hair out. She never sat in their face like that. Never happened, and you won't do it. They don't play that stuff. None of them. You're not going to say, Iranian finna sit in their face, your hair, your thighs out, and no panties on. No, folks, you won't do it here. And because they look, don't forget, they rape women. They're terrible people. Yet they try to make women cover themselves up in their face. They say, "Anybody see your face, need to be your husband." You shouldn't be out in the street showing your face. Look how many women get themselves in trouble. When they get them out, what they do, paint them, mess them up, jack them up. They just teach it. They don't think they ought to live like that. Really, in our culture, they shouldn't be dressed out here like that. But unfortunately, America has crippled everybody's religion. It's bad when you think you hold a sole right to religion. Every religion is wrong except for what white people in America deem right. That's it. Only religion acceptable to them is Christianity. They'll let you go burn everybody. I mean, burn the Bible ain't nothing. These people don't believe in that anyway. But the fact that just like in Sweden and other places, see how they let white people convicted of racism, convicted of doing whatever they, all these charges, yet they'll get them permits to go and continue to burn this stuff. Who you think gonna be the victim when these people blow up over there in Sweden? Innocent people have nothing to do with it. Because they're gonna look at it. That one white man represented their whole country, and they knew that when they gave him the permit. The Netherlands did the same thing. The same place that charged the man and put him in jail for 2 years gave him the permit to burn the Quran right out there in front of the embassy again. What do y'all think gonna happen from this? These people blew up some people in France for showing Muhammad is gay. In a gay cartoon, they blew it up, the news station. They know what's going to happen when they do this. So that tells you that the propaganda is to make these people look like they're demons, that they're Satan, because they're going to attack you for attacking their way of life. America attack people all the way for attacking their way of life. They do it all the time. That's why they invade other countries. Other countries make them look bad. Other African nations make them look bad when they don't have homosexuality illegal. They're at war at those countries. You think it's about just the Quran? Their way of life is homosexuality, triple 15 marriages, whatever it is you do. America don't even have a standard. If they had a standard, tell me what it is. Crime, everybody in the Senate and the Congress is a criminal. Donald Trump left with classified paper. Every one of them in there got classified paper. Pence said, there need to be an investigation on Biden. Then he got classified paper. I guarantee George Bush, Jimmy Carter, every one of them got them. All of them left out there with them. They know what they're doing, they leave. They take their dirt with them. And then they had the nerve to try to make themselves look like they justify right. White people today is coming to an end. It is. The right white life is finally falling down on them. People done seen it for what it is. Listen, Brazil, they got rid of that president over there because he was a part of the Brits. That new organization, they got one who been in prison. You know, he just met with Argentina. He just met with them. They getting rid of the dollar. They already, listen, they had a meeting with him. This is their first trip out with Argentina. They already met. They said, we finna get our own currency. They said, we neighbor, we need to be able to trade with each other. They said, and we need to get rid of the dollar. See, I've been told, the dollar hurt everybody. That's why all these countries not just getting one because they hate America. America messed up everybody's economy when they put the fake dollars out here in everybody's hand. During the COVID stream, they messed the whole, Russia ain't talking that. Americans who messed the economy up. They want to tell you on CBS, MSNBC, Fox, they're not going to tell you that. They're their stations. It's their station. Why would they tell you that? America is the reason why the country, that everybody in the world is in a mess. Them bad dollars. Now everybody everybody getting rid of the dollar. You know what they're replacing it with? The yen, that's the Chinese money. And they're replacing it with the ruble. They hurt Russia. Russia's stronger than it's ever been. Russia doing business with countries it wasn't even doing business with. Russia became the #1 oil supplier of India. Before that, they never was. They were supplying Europe. Now they're supplying China. With China and India, that's more people than all of Europe got. They doing better now than they were doing before. The sanction they got, listen, they even talking about all the countries they got sanctioned on. They said the thing a joke. They said it ain't even affecting nobody. It's a joke. They got everybody, they putting all these sanctions they putting, when the man gonna stop fighting? They don't promise them tanks, they're going to be done in a few months. Let me see, if I'm trying to kill all these people and take the country, they got a few months. Should I wait around? He started taking land over there. Everything he done took strategic. He done took the wheat. All he got to do is go and burn all the wheat down. Everybody's going to starve. It's easy. He got the place now. All he got to do is take enough wheat for Russia and burn the rest of the fields down. By the time you get it, that's all you got to do is hit the ground nuclear. What you going to do? They done showed you Ukraine controlling the majority of the wheat for the world. Do you know how dumb that is? This is the intelligence of the white man. That you let one European country control all the wheat, majority of wheat for the whole world. Everybody on the brink of starvation from one white little country. Piss poor decision. I know y'all love your master. I don't want to break your heart with your master because you're serving the devil. You won't mobilize and do what I tell you to do. You'll love these people. These people are going to take everything you got. Well, you ain't got nothing anyway, so don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it now. See, that's why they keep you where you just keep working and you keep waiting on the check and you just on the right spot to where he can cripple you at any time. The so-called Negro hadn't used their brain yet to try to mobilize, to get together and try to figure out a plan or situation where he can better stabilize himself. I don't know why we're so stupid. As a race, I'm included. I would not do that. If I include New York and all of it, it's not every individual, but because I'm a part of this baboon race, we're the dumbest nation. We're the dumbest set of people on the planet. No one else will allow their enemy to feed them. Y'all seen that place in California where the guy went and shot up the Chinese people? Y'all saw the Black Mirror when he came out? Nobody saw the Black Mirror? Nobody seen the white people that represent those people that came out? You know everybody that represent them was Chinese? Everybody. Everybody. The news reporter that came and did the news reporting was Chinese. Every time something happened to you, a nigga ain't the reporter. They let it would be insulting for somebody to come and tell their story. It would be insulting for all Chinese neighborhood to have a representative that wasn't Chinese. In America. In America. Just amazingly, they just happened to brought a Chinese reporter. The nigger is the dumbest animal on the planet. His brain mentality is right up under an insect. I am ashamed to be one. It's disgusting. I watched the news story. Everybody, listen, they had so many Chinese representative people come out. Everybody was Chinese. Not one white person can't say, I'm the representative, I'm the spokesman for them, a white news reporter, a black news. Everybody was Chinese. I said, much respect to you. They looked at, in a minute of a tragedy, they took time out to realize this would be insulting to come to an all-Chinese community, neighborhood, while they've been celebrating their new year and put a white reporter. See, white people country when they come to other people. They're not country when they come to you. Well, otherwise, you're not country when they come to you. You won't tell them, take that mic, send somebody to look like me over here. That's right. Send somebody on here that represent, that understand my cause. See, you know what you'll think? Oh, they're going to be racist. You think them people put up Chinatown to be represented by white people and black people and Italian? They probably got Italian representative. I can see that. Go to Chinatown, everybody, and it's a bunch of Italian stores. I can see that. Can y'all see that? What's the name of the town? Chinatown. They probably got plenty of black businesses in there. And when I go try to convince them I need to put one, what you think they're going to be saying? In Chinatown. Come to the project, that's nigga. Indian, Muslim, Chinese, white. Everybody owns something but you. When they let the so-called nigga get a store, they set him his product so high, he can't make no money. They're going to run him out. I already know how they do it. I dealt with these people. Man, they keep your price so high. I know people come, man, why is it when you go to the nigga, your price so high? You ever thought about his supplier? His supplier don't sell it the same. They don't sell it the same stuff they sell white people at the same price. I don't know what people thinking. A lot of times, now you do have a lot of people that rip you off. Our prices are higher than theirs. That's off the rip. That's how they beat you out. They get them different lenders. You see, you go, oh, that's how they beat you out every time. They lenders get them different prices. They get every advantage. Let me tell you something. I had a truck I was going to buy one time. Dwayne with me. That was one time. That was another time I had a problem. I'm going to tell you, I had called these people out of the car one time. I tell them. And I was going to get the car, one from them. Why should I get this car for? It was a BMW. So I talked to the guy. I saw him on my way up there. So, you know, somebody went. I don't go up here. So he went up here. So I went into the BMW place. I sat down. I talked to the guy. He wanted a computer. He said, well, I don't have that car. And Dwayne waited outside for him to send the office. So he was outside. He walked around the car. He saw a car in the showroom, a convertible. Listen, we're in the BMW. I said, what you? He said, take my picture. I said, you finna go to jail. I said, what you doing? You in that door. This man stepped over the door, stepped in that car, and sat down when we take a picture. So I done got over this. So I said, I got to get back in. So we him sitting talking. So the guy sitting there, and I'm sitting down. He said, that car ain't him. He said, nah, I can get you another car. We talking. Dwayne, why not? He said, what's going on? I said, they don't have the car. He's trying to find it. He gonna find me another one. He said, hey, we didn't come out here for no another car. You said you had the car. The man said, he said, wait, listen, the car, you ain't got the car. We done came out here. Okay, Dwayne. Okay, the man said, brother, calm down. He said, no, you ain't got the car. He said, we're not paying nothing. We getting out of here. So listen, I'm sitting here looking at this stuff. I said, what just happened? That man looked at me. I said, I hope that man don't think we no gay couple. Cause I was so in awe. I didn't know what to respond. That man looked and Dwayne left. Mind you, I'm driving. But I'm looking like, should I leave right now? He lost it on that man and walked out the door and told me, let's go. We ain't paying nothing. Listen, I said, I don't know what happened. I was so blown. So another player went. That was on now. I went to get a pickup truck. I was looking for a pickup truck. I said, I can get the truck. I said, I like this truck. I'm gonna get it. The one said, can he keep the truck overnight? Man, so he can't. I was like, let me keep. He said, can he keep the truck overnight so he see if he like the truck? The man said, yeah, he can do that. He said, all right. So he's sitting there. So the man got the paperwork for me to sign, get the car. We sitting there. He said, hey, we go Austin. The man said, I said, I don't know what this man talking about. I don't dog no truck. Listen, I'm sitting here saying, That man said, ho, what y'all? He told me we finna go to Savannah. He said, we finna dog this truck out. So the moral of the story, if you're gonna get a car, tell Dwayne how do you get it. How many of y'all need to go get a car and get, Dwayne, you got time to go with him? How many of y'all want to go with y'all? Oh, then I had another truck I was gonna get. I don't know what's wrong with me. This man was in another truck, I drove the truck. So we drove the truck, I was riding the truck. I said, I like this truck. Drove it home, I said, jump in the back. I want to see how they fit. Got in there. I said, I could work. My wife said, don't worry about them. It don't fit, that ain't for them. You know, they got so much to ride anyway. That's what you want, get it. I said, you're right. So we riding back. Dwayne said, do you know what Denali means? The man said, he said, what? He said, do you know what it means? The man said, no, it's a truck. He said, no, it's a mountain. The man named the truck after his daughter. He said it was an idol god. The man said, he said, oh no. He said, I know. He said, you need to do your research. He said, listen, I'm driving the truck. I told him, I said, I ain't gonna be able to get the truck. Drove back, he said, man, I didn't know. He said, I ain't gonna be able to buy the truck, it's an idle truck. I said, man, I didn't even know that, Dwayne. I said, interesting you knew that. He said, I just made up. I want to see if he knew about that truck. I said, what? This thing was pearl. Listen, I couldn't go back out of shit. Give him a minute, Rob. I really like this truck. This truck was not. I said, I like this truck. This truck is me all day long. He ain't cut that man. That man couldn't answer. He told him, man, you don't know enough about these trucks to be said. That man was he cut into him so, he diced him so hard though. So I told him, I said, I can't buy the truck. I said, I like your truck, but I can't get this item. So I told him it was good. He caught that. He said, I just made it, but I want to see if he knew about the truck. This was a whole day. And all I could think about myself, how did you do this 2 times in your life? Woo! Then we went to another place in Alpharetta. Oh my God. They had the ram on the front of it. I don't like Dodge. I hate the steering wheel. He said, I will get that truck. He said, you know that's Baphomet. I said, Baphomet? I told him, man, I'm not going to be able to buy that truck. I told him, man, we were tricking that truck all the way out. I said, listen, we're going to change all this. We're going to take this out. I told him what I want to rent. I said, we're going to do everything. We're going to do everything. I said, we're going through this. We're going to change this. I don't like these seats. We're going to take these seats. We're going to do the seats like this. I said, it didn't have the sunroof. I said, put it in. Don't worry about it. We're going to do it. We there. He said, you know, that's Baphomet. Baphomet? Looked up, man, people, I'm telling you, when y'all look at these cars, you have to watch people. People that hate these cars, it's people that go in here and put stuff on these cars. That's not true. We have looked all that stuff up. It's not Baphomet. Baphomet was not a ram anyway, it was a goat. But people just tell. So they got some people that took the ram and turned the horns up and made red eyes and said this is the Dodge Ram. It's Baphomet. Oh, you'll be surprised. And there's people who look at, like myself and other people who look at, I don't want to be involved. If it's something, I just don't want to be involved. So people they have lost sales off of people who took time out to look at writing stuff and creating stuff and blogs. And people will read them. You start typing stuff, more of the story. You type stuff. Do your research. Don't just take people word on stuff. There's a lot of people out here that hate stuff. They'll find stuff. They'll make up stuff. The Chevy bow tie, they'll make up something on that too. Yeah, they got told. He said, see, you want to get the Chevy. I said, the Chevy. He said, think about it. I'm like, think about what? The cross, Jesus. I said, I definitely ain't thinking about that when I'm buying no car. That's a bow tie, but he was trying to push me on, that's why you want this one. Because the bow tie, it looks like they try to make it like it's not a cross. They try to make it it's a bow tie. But then people will push that as well. So I don't know why I told y'all all that. Why you make me mess up them cars? How many call outs I took you to? Dodge, BMW. I took him a lot of places. I think one last place where I told him, shut his mouth. That's when I bought. I told him, shut his mouth, don't say nothing, and I finally bought that time. Whoo, that was a lot of gas at the time. Anybody need a car, please take Dwayne with you. So you just get that experience. Anybody thinking about it? Anybody considering it? How many of y'all said don't ever take him? Goodness, how about don't even let him ride in your car? But I bet I said don't even let him ride. Well, at the end of the day, we know we're all working for. We're working for eternal. Is that heat on? Well, that thing feel a little smoky. Is it? Yeah, what is on? It might be on smoke, heat, simmer. How many of y'all think it might be on simmer? It might be right on simmer, cook, broil. Ain't that right? Low country cook. When that low country cook. What that long that one cook? They got that low country, slow cook. No, not slow. They got a low. They got one called low country boil, ain't it? Yeah, they got one. Yeah, low country broil. See that? You know what? You know who know about stuff like that? People know how to cook. They done told on that. So you saw something like low country, low down dirt. Now they got a low country. They got a low country broil. So we had. Man, y'all know about you have it. Yeah, Mr. Billy make you do it. Yeah. Well, we're going to get ready to move on. I done talked enough about society and what's going on. End of the day, our goal is to make sure we get it in, putting everything else aside. Matter of fact, while we talking, they go ahead and read the Romans 15:4. And how about we start looking at that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me tell you, where I'm at in life, a lot of stuff I don't have time for. I mean, for a lot of us, we got to get ourselves there. Because at the end of the day, we don't. This thing is boiling up, and I want it. I really want to see, not in any way Elohim be wrong, but just having a belief that man could actually resolve some of his situation with each other. I mean, and I grew up. I guess even when I say grew up, not just from a child, but even as an adult. You kind of look at things your way. Your way is the right. Just like being an American Christian, anything that wasn't American, anything that wasn't Christian was wrong. How many of y'all saw life like that? I just did. I might then go and, just think about America right. It's always told America's the greatest country in the world. America's the richest country in the world. We had the best sports, all these different things they sold us on. And so you tend to look down on other countries or people being beneath you, whether you know it or not or recognize it. And you don't tend to care about other people's situation. Like I've seen over the course of my life, years back, tragedy happening. But, you kind of look at, that's kind of their problem. You know what I'm saying? Probably because those people don't worship God. How many of y'all looked at things like that? Maybe you see them countries, they get hit. Just think about any Pacific Islander countries. People, I guess, going to more or less be more Buddhist. Once you get past Hawaii on down, I think it's going to be more Buddhist. Is Buddhism big in Hawaii, Liana? No. It's probably Christian or just kind of whatever. It's kind of all culture. Mr. Billy, they had any slaves over there? She's on a little small, little spot over there, and they had a little cotton. They had one little cotton patch over that she found. But so with that, you tend to blame when you saw things happen on the fact that these people weren't keepers or servers or believers of God, and now it's falling back on us. So now you have to ask yourself, what's our problem? Some of the things that we counted to them for why things trash, typhoons. We don't get stuff like that, like earthquakes, other than California. That was something America never really dealt with. I remember Uncle Ted, you ever remember earthquakes over here other than California? Some of the stuff we never even thought about earthquakes. Now they've had tremors in Lithonia. They've had tremors in Lithonia and other places. They had them right here in Georgia. We never dealt with this stuff, but now the things it's almost like he let us watch other people and mosh pot them, judge them, or shop at them, judge them. Now when they come back on us, so what happened now? Will we admit that it's because we're not servants of Elohim? Because we blame. What do we say about other people when things happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, look when the tsunami came through and wiped out, almost 300,000 people? Nobody thought about that? Why them? Look at where it hit at. We're dealing with Buddhism, Hinduism. Christianity wasn't a religion. So you look at that's because these people are worshipers of other deities. And America has not sat back to look at, now, Mashpat has fallen on you, judgment. When you got a storm that covers the entire state, these are things we're not, you remember Uncle Ted growing up, entire state being covered with a storm. That's stuff we just never heard. A tornado hit an area, a region, a flood hit a region. Texas, if I'm correct, I think Texas, the entire state was going to be covered with this storm. Do y'all know how large that state is? The fact that this man designed a storm to cover an entire state. Tells you what? Time for America to sit back and reevaluate her values. Reevaluate who she made her Elohim. It's time for us, the so-called Negro, to consider. These mass killings not going to stop. The more they televise them, excuse me, the more other copycats will come out. These storms are not going to stop. They can pray. They can do whatever they want to do. They're not going to stop. Not until man turn back to him. He has set in his law, in his heart. He is determined in his law, in his mind, to cause man to come to the brink of destruction. That's what it's going to take for man to turn. Man has a disease he hadn't got rid of yet. He got rid of the polio and other diseases quicker. Less death. This coronavirus thing that they keep changing up and trying to name and trying to act like it doesn't exist, the vaccine is as dangerous as the virus. We just never had a disease, not in our lifetime living. Now, they grew up in y'all grew up when polio had a cure by the time you were born? Polio was big when you would come along? Kids were dying? Were people afraid of it? That you remember? So I don't remember what exactly. I know they say you can get polio from roaches too. I know some people here, they ought to have something in them. It ought to be. I mean, they ought to have the outfits, the shoes. I mean, the whole outfit. There's some people out here, I'm talking about, man, coats, jackets, shoes, everything. Everything, polos. Ain't that right? Putting polio, isn't that right? I'm just so flabbergasted. But anyway, when we just look at where we're at in the world today, and I want y'all to really consider that, we've never seen this. We've never seen the economy in the state that it's in. We've never seen the high cost of living. At first it was like, man, won't nobody work? You can't get these people not realizing, people not hiring like that. At first everybody like job. People like, I don't want no job. Now people need a job. Guess what? People not hiring. Y'all see, these people let out 12,000. The job market is going to be flooded. When these people checks run, some of them not buying. This is how they got started. They can't apply for unemployment till their money run out. So you get to play with the numbers. And in quote unquote hopes that these people will get jobs. Because most of these jobs are paying these people serving packages. So these serving packages might come out to 6 months pay. So if you get 6 months pay, if you go and you get unemployment, you finna lose it. So now it'll make it look like the market, it'll make it look like the job market is not being affected yet. But see, that's the game they play with you. If I give you a service packet for 2 months, if you go draw unemployment, you just lost it. Unemployment less than what you're getting, so what are you gonna do? So now I can play with the job numbers and look like job markets are still solid. Unemployment is not, it's not as high. In hopes by then the average person will get another job. Because some people just like, I don't have that time to wait. I'm not waiting on unemployment. I gotta go. I don't have time. I just didn't have time to sit around waiting on unemployment. By that time I could have done something else. I know some of y'all did, but that's where your life at. If you're a person where you can take that reduced living for so long and feel like, oh, it's the living, and reduce your life to it, that says something about you, because eventually you got to get up and do something. And while you're doing it, things behind, I got to keep going. I can't afford to sit around and wait on somebody to hand me something, and I got to report to you with some cards every week. And that's how it used to be when I came. Unemployment, you had to come see them people every week, and you had to show them cards where you went to jobs and applications. By the time you did all that, man, you could have got a job and been gone. Some people lie, hey, man, you get a job, grab me an application. Man, go grab you a job, nigga. That's a holdup. But that's a whole nother thing, too, I guess. That's a whole nother subject we probably need to discuss on another realm, maybe tonight. But, it's all about your mindset of where you at and what you want to do in life. Life is not designed to be what we call fair at this point. It's, you got to look at where you're going to form your allegiance at. That's how you're going to make it out of here. Nobody, just show me one person by themselves making it. You're going to have a few that'll escape through and go. The average of how you'll see people move is going to be people that form leagues. That's how they do it. They form leagues. That's how they do it. Y'all got it? I'm just being honest. That's how these people do it. But you'll do it as an individual, and you'll attempt to do it, and watch how far you'll get. You won't get far. It's just not designed to work like that. Hello? One person that come over here and start what they call America, they came here as a group and they formed a league. They made a constitution, they formed them laws, they set them up cabinets and offices and set things up, and that's how they still been working. Their kids still been surviving. Now, they'd have did the way you done it, their kids would have been lost this country. See, they set this up in such a way to where you can bring any other nationality you want over here, they still own it and control it. You can put it listen, you can get a black caucus, you can get a black whatever you want to. They'll never have the power of white senators and white governors. It'll never happen. And they've set it up that way. I mean, that's how they designed it for themselves. Elohim have set up something for you. You shouldn't be a hater. There's been something set up for you, but you just don't acknowledge it. You don't want to take hold of it. You don't want to consider it in your latter end. But it is because you've tried to be something that's actually not for you. Why do you think it doesn't work for you? It's not for you. You could never be an American on your best day. You'll attempt it, you'll try it, you'll tell yourself that because it's on your driver license, on your voter registration, on your passport. You can't be an American. You can only be a victim of America. And as long as you've been here, as long as you've been participating, as long as he hadn't had a war you hadn't fought in, from the Revolutionary all the way up to the Afghan war he just finished fighting. And you still in Africa fighting for him, everywhere else. And exactly what has your citizenship gotten you? You don't want to talk about it. Y'all do know Canada's getting ready to give up some billions of dollars to the so-called quote-unquote indigenous Indians. You know what they wrote up and they said that they took from those people? You ain't gonna believe it. I was gonna take a picture, a video, and let y'all see. Do y'all know what they're suing for? Say what? Their culture and their religion. Do you know what else they sued them for that they want on? The education system. Listen, that's part of the suit. The fact that they educated them hurt them. If it was some kind of way, I'd have realized they happened to us. So what happened?
They got to rehabilitate them too.
And they got to rehabilitate them. They got them on drugs and messed them up and raped them and beat them. But see, this is stuff that people say, well, they deserve it. And let me tell you why they deserve it in the eyes of other people. If you populated them back to the amount of people they was, they couldn't do nothing. You're the only people they can't afford to ever get conscious.
Come on, preacher. Come on.
Why y'all think they'll pay everybody else and they'll force everybody else? They try to pay the youth. Nobody has ever been paid reparation in the midst of the turmoil of what's going on with them. You don't get reparation after.
That's right.
Do you know they went straight to the United Nations demanding reparation? The war ain't even a year old. They was in the United Nations arguing reparation in November. Hadn't even been 1 year. And they already were looking to get reparation from Russia. Russia paying them for the destruction, for the rapes and everything. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine that. That everybody else deserved to be paid but you. They didn't get 1 year. Next month, quote unquote, will be 1 year of the so-called Russian invasion. And they were demanding reparation at the UN in November. The United States was the forerunner for it. Said that Russia needed to pay reparation to Ukraine for the invasion, for the damaging, for the raping, and the killing, the bombing. You know, they when they show y'all the news, other countries called them out. They said, like the reparation you owe, you ain't paid. Right. Listen, I see them. They went short over here. Can you listen? Shut them down. They said, like the reparation you owe. Listen, they weren't even talking about you now. Don't think you were called. You weren't even, that's what scared me. You didn't even come up. It was too many other people they owed. You weren't even in the conversation. If you think you were brought up, they were talking about other countries that they owe reparations on and for. This is where we're at. This is why we have to educate ourselves and we have to, get back to the legitimacy of our religion. Because I think our religion plays a major part to our consciousness. If we don't get back to what caused us to be violators of his law, his Torah, America, they'll deem you to be criminal, anti-American, they got all kind of titles that they could put on you and subtitles they could put on you based on that's how they view things. But I have to look at how Elohim view things. And we never looked at it, how does the supreme ruler view things? Because everybody acknowledges a deity. They acknowledge a deity. And I think whatever your religion is, that's your business and that's your right. I did it first. That's your right to worship it. And you don't have a right to impose it on me no more than I have a right to impose mine on yours. Y'all got it. It's a choice. These are choices you make. All I would tell a man or woman and make sure the choice you're making is the right one. Do your research. Look at the longevity of this Elohim that they'll claim, this deity that they'll serve. When exactly did this religion start? When are you saying creation started? You folks got billions and billions of years and millions of millions of years. What do you have as proof of all these millions and millions of years, other than your mouth? So when these two planets collided into each other, what exactly did you get? How did everything break off to round circles and this the only one popped up with people in it? Some of the story these people tell you, just common sense stuff. That this two big giant mass, how many times y'all seen two big giant mass hit each other and they all break out to perfectly round balls with humans inside them living? With weather systems. Seriously? Seriously? As far as we know, it don't rain or snow on no other planet. How that happen? And we happen to be in the one with the rain, the snow, and the flood. There's got to be other answers. I just don't subscribe to everything. Well, Elohim, was I there when it happened? No, I will not tell that lie. My belief system is based upon, for me, it's based on some things I look at to be solid and look at other things that you say that become evident. Okay, that's what I have to go with. Because there's no way for me to trace back to prove everything you said. So I have to watch you from this point forward. Y'all ever heard that? I've been put in some teachers' classes before. You know what they say? I'm not going to grade you according to what another teacher said. From this point forward is how I start grading you. And I change your grade, but far as you're a bad student, you're a talkative student, I'm going to grade you from this point off what attributes you display here in my class. I have to grade Elohim from what he's displayed since I've recognized or come into the knowledge of him. Y'all got it? That's it. Based on what he said he did then, a lot of these other Elohim gods are claiming they've done something. I just look at consistency. What he says, it does make sense if you sit down and consider it. It does make sense since we're all human and we all inhabit the same planet, that I should have ancient notion or consciousness to consider what I wouldn't want to do to myself, I wouldn't want done. Don't do it to another person. I think that's one of the greatest laws ever. For that's it. I don't want nobody, because think about this. As a Christian, I felt like I think everybody ought to be made to be Christian. But that's because you're a Christian. When you get outside that religion, you realize the religion is not as valid as you believe. You realize I want the freedom to be able to say, that's not what I want to serve in. Whatever it is you want to do. I don't want nobody to make me serve in no religion. I want it to be a choice. Although my belief and what I believe about Elohim is true for me, that's what I believe, that's what I hold to, that's what I live by. I tell all the time, it don't fit everybody. Because you might be trying to do something else. If you try to do this and something else, I can tell you right now, it ain't going to work. I wouldn't even waste my time. For me, I ain't even trying to do nothing else. Y'all hear me? Live right, get that money, smoke some hemp. I ain't trying to do a whole lot. So a lot of times people trying to do a whole lot. This ain't going to work for you trying to do a whole lot. Because with this, you got to know how to kind of get in and how to get out. I'm talking about from other things. You get too far in other things, you'll be out of this. You got to watch what you commit to, because it'll mess up your commitments with him. So for me, I had to have that balance of, and I had to be able to say, I can go this far with this. I said, that's it. That's as far as I want to go. It'd be a relationship with people. That's just where I'm at. I just said, that's just where I'm at. I don't want to deal with you no more. I don't want to deal with you no more. I just feel, because where I'm at, what I'm trying to do, I feel like it's just not productive for what I'm trying to do. And I like to have that freedom when it comes down to what I do. You need to make sure what it is you want to do. See, a lot of y'all here, for some of y'all, not all y'all, a lot of times you'll search something for the wrong reason. You'll go to a job and you'll be miserable at that job. You look at what do you do to make it better? Do you look at, do you play a part of why that job's so miserable for you? Or you just look at you're miserable and you never look at, are you just that miserable type of person? That you just bring misery with you wherever you go. And you realize it ain't the job, it's really just you. Because you're just a miserable person. You're an unhappy person. And you're a person that don't like to see other people be happy. And you don't know how to be happy, so you just look at everybody being happy is wrong. You have to really look at and start judging things differently. This is life. Some stuff happening in life, it's just life. It's just life. It ain't everything talking you think. It's life. You can bounce back, you can get out of it, still going. I can do something else. That's how I look at a lot of times sometimes. I get mad with some stuff down the way. I just let say, you know what, I can do something else. I can do something else and I can keep moving. People try to figure me out why I do that. That's me. It worked for me. I don't have to put myself too far and I said, I can do something else. Don't have to kill myself with it. Before in time, you'll put yourself too far into things and you so overindulged and you can't get yourself out and you can't get you. There's several of y'all here. How many of y'all can, I'm going to see the people here on it. How many of y'all here can admit you miserable? 1, 2, 3, 4. Anybody else out there? Miserable. You're miserable to the point you like seeing other people unhappy. Oh, no, they ain't here, though. Oh, they ain't here. I wanted to see if they're going to be honest. I knew they weren't going to be honest. They don't see it. He ain't happy. I appreciate that, Hayward. I need that. And whatever I can do to contribute to keep you happy, please let me know. No, you can be miserable to the point that you don't like to see other people happy. You know, you have to balance this in life. Nothing is owed to you. That's the first thing everybody get to. I was guilty of that too, feeling like things are owed to me. And you'll feel like that based off of other people's life, okay? We need to have that conversation. How about that? You can't get mad at other people for their life because you don't know what they're doing to get it. I used to be that person. I did. I seen somebody nice comment, why that couldn't be me? I seen somebody in the house, why that ain't my house? You seen somebody, a beautiful wife, why that can't be mine? I mean, before I got married, all this. You know, just things you just look at like, you just like, and you will feel like things don't happen for you or to you, and you don't realize something. Man, I got out here and I've done a lot of stuff, okay? And doing stuff, I had an opportunity to deal with a lot of different people. And I started realizing now white people, all these people not honest. They really not. Y'all just don't know what people doing. You'll see stuff of a man abuse, you're thinking, man, look at, you don't know what that man doing. You really don't have any idea. And in your mind, you're thinking, oh, what could they be doing? Because you gullible. And you'll see people with stuff and you'll think, these people not, Daoud said it best. I read that. So I really paid. When he told you fret not yourself because of Rosh Hashanah. Listen, when I tell you that is so true, I have dealt with there's some people in here in person too I talked with and I told them some things. They had to come back, they said, Rock, just like you said it. I said, I'm trying to tell you. I done dealt with people, man. I dealt with some people. Man, I said I talked to them. Okay. It's like, okay, so that's what you're doing. It makes sense. And in their mind, they don't see themselves as like the everyday criminal like him. I'm telling you, these people do not see it. They're like, ain't like I'm out here killing and taking some people. They taking all the time. They killing people all the time. They fake numbers. They forge stuff all the time. And you just look at it, you like, I say, you know what, man, I got a good life because I can lay down and go to sleep at night. See, what you don't realize, you can lay down and go to sleep at night with integrity. You might say, well, it ain't what they got. You got to figure that they have to live such a lie with themselves. How comfortable can you be? I did that. Eventually, that lie going to have to come up and it's going to be tested. It look good when you living it. That lie going to get tested. And when that lie get tested, you're going to realize it ain't the truth. You're going to get trapped, you're going to get pushed down, and your lie going to get caught. And how you going to get out of that? See, a lot of people y'all look at, you envy, you glory these people. You don't know what these people doing. You just take your time and do what you're doing. And do time work for you. Like he said, these folks going to soon be cut off. These people look like, man, they just going, they only going for a while. You know what I mean? Look at all these billionaires fall. When have we ever seen that many billionaires fall? When have you ever seen billionaires going to court, looking at criminal prosecution? When? That little electric car Elon Musk, they're looking at federal charges on him for that. That nice little lie about that car driving by itself. Oh, the guy who came up with that, he said, oh yeah, he said that's all computer animated. They got that car going down the street, that thing make a stop at a red light, take off, make some turn, said all computer animated. Said can't do it. They done sold, they're like federal rate. Listen, all these people, you know why? Because you know why them people coming down? People like us, people that believe in Elohim. Your eyes on them. And he got to make a, damn it, folk done ran, because y'all envy these people. I don't envy none of these people. I know what they, listen. Y'all, listen. The Kardashians, here. What did she do to get famous? How many of y'all want y'all wife to be famous, want her to go do what she did? See, all that stuff will look good. You are as famous as any actor. Because of what? Your sex life? Y'all call this integrity because y'all looking at, but she famous though. She got a perfume and she bought. Quit being stupid. Y'all have got to get y'all eyes out. Look at Ye. This man, no doubt, probably had a lot of people that I've never thought two shakes about him. A lot of people, I've been with y'all, I don't care about none of these people. Absolutely none. Tom Brady was my favorite football player, and I want to pay the dime to go see him. Everything been free. I don't. As soon as he started messing up, at the guy, tell him how loyal I am, Lee. I say he need to be kicked out, he need to be fired. Take his uniform and throw it in the trash. I ain't like Hayward. Hayward still bleed in the Washington Redskins. I said, at what point in your life you stop believing in losers? Yeah, them commander preachers. I say, only way they're going to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to get tickets. Them boys not going nowhere. And like, I don't know why that man had on I know you get tired of hearing about them commanders. Don't y'all get tired? Oh, my goodness. Now, on the other end now, let me say this, them Cowboy fans. You know I ain't got nothing but a heart for you. I ain't got nothing but a heart for you. You know what the problem is? Zach Prescott.
He's terrible.
What you got for him? Who is that? Oh, Purdy, 49. Now, get what? Hold on. Lee, who called it when it first played down? I'm with them. Listen. But let me tell you what happened to Cowboys. Out of 5, Zach. Listen. I'm giving you 2 years. You don't get it. I don't see you ain't got no chance again. I'm coming. I'm going to rip that. I'm going to run right out there. Half time, I'm going to rip your equipment right off you, right down the side. You're not finna take her down. Then they trade these guys too late. Zeke out of bed. Once you put that ring in your nose and dyed your hair, you on my team. I already know you up to something. You own something. I didn't draft you like that. You're not going to come up with all that stupid stuff. These niggas got on diamond earring on the helmet. Who sees them? Nigga, do you know who messed it up? Deion Sanders messed up with that. He the first one caught that chain, slap them all in the helmet. This ain't the place. I'm being with you. Now, this is what I fought the league on. That's why you need to hold your stand on the field. We ain't got time for that. Your necklace coming off, getting snatched, and you ready to fight somebody because somebody grabbed you trying to choke, or the thing hitting somebody in. We don't need it on the field. Your earring, leave them in your locker. That, your pocketbook like LeBron James. See, like these guys, all these guys, back when I was coming on, you couldn't, let me tell you something. We didn't know nothing about Jerry Wright being gay. Had we known Jerry Wright was gay back then, he'd have never been nobody's favorite receiver. Never. Nobody, a gay player, a gay player. Then you'd be like, no. These guys, openly homosexual gay, bringing a pocketbook, and these guys trying to justify it. Well, really, preacher, like a briefcase, seriously? A poodle? Nigga, get you a Rottweiler. Get you a pit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and make it growl. Get you a man purse. You know what I'm saying? Why do you got to get you a wallet, nigga? You ain't got no business with that much stuff. I don't know. We came along different. He had to get you a wallet. Man, your hand had to be free. Can't pick it up, hold on, put my bag on my shoulder. These guys kept the book bags on their shoulder now. I'm telling you got too much going on. We were coming on, you couldn't do all that stuff. This a new age now. And now these guys got too much going on, and they just had too much, and then these guys still justifying. These guys need to be out the league. We found out Magic had AIDS, people start liking Magic. When that associated with, hey, Magic lost plenty of fans. If folk, I'll never forgive him. If you don't got that from being homosexual, man, I hate the day you'll pick the basketball up. It's like we come up the old stuff. You can, what gay basketball player you remember growing up? Gay football player. In your time, if they'd have been gay, how would people have looked at them back then? Folks, man, they look now. This the new, you know these guys? They ain't here too. They out there. I don't judge for that. I just look at how they play. You the problem. You the problem. You the problem. I don't expect nothing out of you, man. Mentally, you're not stable. That's just being honest. Listen, you have a right to be homosexual. I have a right not to agree with it. I ain't got to watch you. I ain't going to watch you. I ain't going to support you. I ain't going to clap. That's where I'm at on it. That's how you kill out. As long as you keep supporting these guys, yelling them on, playing them on, keep them going, you don't correct none of their behaviors. I was against it when he jumped out there and told his mama shut the F up. Your mama's on the talking son because she was looking at somebody who was trying to fight you. Okay? I know you don't want your mama to get hurt, but I ain't going to tell my mama F her because she jumped out her emotion. What did he tell his mama? Shut the F up or what? Oh, set your, yeah, that'd be fine. His mama should have blown their brains out right now. So he walked them out there, walked out. Soon they walked down there, they walked in that tunnel. LeBron James splat all of it. And let her go home, no charger. That's the law. She supposed to kill him. They got a rebellious son. Really, we supposed to crucify him. They put you up, gave up to our son a drunk. He been shagging up, and he don't obey my voice. And man, that's the law. The book told we supposed to took that man. We supposed to hang him on the tree. He's supposed to been done. He supposed to hung him. See, this, and you know what? It'll come back. His two boys, they'll repay him. All that stuff you think you get away with when you're a kid, that's the, wait, you'll get a kid, you'll see. You'll get a kid, you'll see. I used to sneak out of the house when I was young. My mom done been asleep. I found letting on, I asked you to sneak out of the house. I said, thank you. Thank you. I found out there was Kobe, that's Kobe. He said, Shaq cheated on his wife too. He said, Shaq cheated to him. He told me, he said, man, Bright would drive that BMW to school. I said, drive my car to school? He said, oh yeah, he would drive to school. He said, I ride the bus, I wouldn't ride with him. He said, he drove the Infinity too. I said, Infinity? He said, I told my daddy, I would have killed that joke out of car. I'd be like, my car, I'm gonna kill him. Kill him dead. But you know look at happen though. What I'm gonna say? I ain't do nothing like that. I was an obedient kid. All the stuff, you know what you say? My kid do it, I kill him. My kid, bad night. My kid. Let me see. Was you that kid that, just kids, your kids come back, they'll pay you. Oh, he got AJ right there. They'll come back and get him. Deuce. They'll come back and show him. No, I'm just saying, I'm telling you with all of it, let me tell you what, I'm gonna tell you something I learned. Really, I was pissed, but you know, it come back. Talking about the same stuff you to do. You know, in our mind, we'll be saying, what kind of kid? How will now? You think about it. Yes, you will. It might not been to the full degree where this new generation now. Everybody, you reap what you sow. Oh, these kids, they don't realize, they have no idea. They have no idea. Keep living. You have a kid, they're going to come back, they'll recompense you. All that stuff, you realize you try to be on top of it, you can't keep them from doing that. They'll be right back. Biggest thing everybody can do, turn your Lord to Mr. Yahuwah. That's all you can do, honestly. Then all honestly, if you're trying to take control, you're trying to do something, you're going to lose. Only person that control everything is him. Yes, sir. Anything you do, you're going to mess it up. Let me tell you something. This man sees way further than all of us. The fact, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all in a place, brink, 20 million people, they saying in the Horn of Africa, in Africa, are on the brink of starvation. Why he ain't need you in Africa? And why he ain't let somebody else come and you be the one of them in the 20 million brink of starvation? Why your kids ain't got flies on their eyes over there with no food and they dried out, they beating dirt? Man, show them women walking, man, looking half the day with buckets on their head. Listen, they show what, have y'all seen a tunnel they got to climb down to get water out of? Oh my good, listen, I forgot what it was. Listen, I'm talking about down in the ground. You got to get a rope and go down here. Somebody go down here and get it for you and bring it up and it's muddy. And them folks get it and take it home and that's what they're going to be drinking. This a voyage to get, then you look at it, this is dirty water. And you know what I look at? How about no water? So we're dealing with bacteria, because you got to cook this water, get it out. So this ain't even immediate drinking. And these people have dug so far, you know, I'm thinking like, listen, this is big, like, almost like, these folks are going down in the ground to get this water in here and hoist it up to get the people, hand it up, and these people get it and leave with it. And they're paying astronomical amounts for this water because you got to have it. Why you ain't down? Why ain't down? Why they ain't us? We do a lot of complaining about a lot of stuff we got. Your life be a whole lot worse. Everybody here, your life be a whole, include me. I don't learn, it better that don't do so much complaining, do a whole lot of appreciating. Listen, you could be in a place, I was telling somebody that, it's one thing to need help, it's another thing to need help, and Yahuwah share everybody the law against you, nobody can help you. Or he cut everybody out the well, if they want to help you, they don't even have the ability to do it. So y'all don't realize how fortunate you really are when you come back and think about it. Like Will said sometimes, I don't want no help, I don't like help. He can fix it well, I can fix it just like that for you. You don't want it, you ain't gonna get it, and nobody can give it to you. Now that's when it's bad. You think them folks that are starving saying, yeah, I don't want no help. You walk half the day to go get water, half the day to get it. What you thinking? Yeah, I don't want no help. I hate help. Help cripple me. And get what? There's nobody to help them. Y'all understand Mr. Yahuwah fix all this for all of us, however your situation is? Yeah. Listen, whether we appreciate it or not, I had to tell y'all this. And don't think, the bar is straight. The bar is what it is. It's right. But I just need everybody here to consider just how fortunate you are. Do y'all understand that this man will punish you for what you've done, yet he leaves enough recalm to keep somebody saying, I still show you kindness. And you don't see it because you get the chastisement, man. There are people that he said he'll love against. You get nothing. I'm so at you. Listen, there is nothing. There is no help. There is no recalm. There is no pity. There is no care. There is nothing for you. I'm totally and all set against you to that degree. Y'all don't realize how good y'all got it. Go on, get out there and see what them fellas, how they doing. It's hard out there. It's hard. It's hard. This stuff crack. Come tell you what, you'll think people genuine. No, people not genuine with you. Mess around and find out I need some help. Hey, what's up, my brother? You all right? Listen, brother, every time you need. Hey, said, man, you think I borrowed $500? What? Hey! Because people, I'm telling you, that's when everything gets serious. I mean, you know, let me ask something, brother. You had me for $500. I mean, you been doing what the Lord told you to do, brother? This might be God trying to teach you something. That really clever now. You got to play that game now. You know, I'm telling you what I'm going to give you better than $500. You think $1,000? Some advice. What better than $500? $1,000, ain't it? Okay, we're better, 500 or 1,000. So if I'm going to give you something better than 500, what I'm looking for? At least 1,000. Brother said, I'm going to give you some advice. That's it. Now when I tell you, that's what the brother need, advice. See, sometimes people think they need money, they need advice. See, that's when you could do that when you don't want to do it. It's a lot of times people can justify themselves and not really care about one another and just giving you the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just have been in a place you don't have to get the conversation. Well, you get it too, but you get that help. That's only because Yahuwah has saw fit to have it come upon us. In the midst of and in spite of. When I tell y'all about us turning and making the right turning and to the direction he wanted to go, it because we all have fallen short at some point. We all have gotten ourselves misguided at some point. And the fact that he come to bring you up to recognize that in itself is him showing you, I still care. Because if I didn't, I'd let you keep being wrong. I'd let you keep doing it your way till your way wind up keep. You know how many people that died their way? People die every day their way. Like Burger King, have it where? Burger King. You ain't at Burger King, they have it Yahweh. You know that? Yahweh. How about that? That's it. We got to have it Yahweh. We done did it our way. Now he try to get us to try to reconcile, or his reconciling with us is, I got to strip you. I got to strip you so I can come back and make you again. Y'all got to figure. If you've been living, I don't know however many years, I've been living 50-some years. It's a lot of me in that. 54 years, that's a whole lot of me. That's a lot of me. You think about in 50-something, 40-something, 30-something years you've been living. How much stuff, how many of y'all still got stuff from back when you were young, whether it's coins or a watch or a necklace or something you had when you were young, real young? Anybody got anything real young? Maybe something close you might have saved from college or high school or something. You know? And that's all a part of you. That's why'd you save the shirt? It was sentimental because it reminds you of that time, right? I'm just using that shirt, not just you. You know what I'm saying? Those reasons you want to keep it because it's sentimental. It reminds you of a time. And he looks at some of that stuff I need you to get rid of because I'm trying to make you new. If I'm making you new, you can't have that. And there's a lot of stuff we try to keep and realize it's a part of you. It reminds you of a life. It connects you to a point in your life. And he needs you to disconnect from that point because he's trying to make us new. See, being new is exactly what it is. It ain't being new with your old stuff. And what hurt us, you trying to be new, but you still got your old stuff. The old you can't be new. Why do you think it's so important for him to kill us out? I mean, it is. It's stuff about us we don't know. We don't know that we hit those blocks. So now he come and say, listen, I got to come through. I'm going to do an assessment. Sometimes like you go to the doctor, you'll try to do stuff, and you know you worried or whatever, hoping they're not going to tell it going. But then in the self, much as you don't want to hear the bad news about yourself and stuff, like me and Haywood were talking about, I took a picture of myself, I sent it to her. I didn't know I had no forward Whitaker eye. I looked at that picture, I said, what's wrong with that eye? But I thought about it. Man, that eye been on for 50-something years. Man, 50-something years, that far. I said, I ain't no forward Whitaker took. Man, I ain't had that eye in my 20, 30, early 40. That far Whitaker, I took that thing was sitting out like that. I said, oh. Then Haywood said, you too? He's about trying to be, where that lazy eye come from? I said, boy, we've been living 50-something years. Listen, I'm going to pick my glasses up tomorrow. I got to get it. Man, I had the blinds open, sun shining. I cut the light on the phone. I was trying to look at them numbers. I was trying to put some stuff on bill. I got to move some stuff around. Man, that thing had 2 zeros. I put 4 on. I said, pat. I got that thing. I said, where in the world I got all them extra zeros? It took me about 5 times to get that thing right. These eyes been looking a long time. I've been looking a long time. You figure these eyes been looking since 1968. I mean, the nurse, I was looking at her too. So I've been looking a long time. So you got to figure all that looking, all that going, he come back to let you know you deteriorating, you leaving him. And I'll be honest, I did not remember him in my youth. Not when I came, I changed to start converting over about 25, 26. So, I made that. But, y'all, I did a lot by 26. I did more by 26 by the time nigga been done by the time he 40. I just had done a lot, moved early, done it. And before you take, it gonna make you old fast. You're gonna get old fast. You don't get, how many they used to tell y'all that? Yeah. That's it. I don't know. Y'all they told me to die young elementary. They just told me I was going to get old fast. They said, because I was living too fast. You know what I'm saying? So you get old fast like that. It will to wear you out. All that street partying, stand up all night and stand up for days and rip running and all the stuff I did. I mean, eventually you pay for that stuff. So with me, I try to talk to people from a logical point of really trying to just get what people just considering. Be honest with yourself. That's why I tell people, what you trying to do? I really ain't trying to be funny because that's where I'm at. If I don't want to do something, I want to do it. I told y'all when I played football, I was in elementary, and he'd have told me to tackle the other guy, I'd have stayed. He told the guy to tackle me, I walked. I said, man, I ain't coming for that, man. Because I thought about, why I was going to stand there? They ain't what I want to do. Now, you think it's some more people, if they had to go back now, they said, I should have left with you. They should have left with me, but they stayed. Because a lot of times people just look at how other people are going to look at you. How other people are going to view you. I'm not encouraging quitting, but you need to be honest with yourself. In order for you to keep going, it need to be something you want to do. Only reason I'm here because this is what I want to do. Yes, if I don't want to do it, I'm being with y'all. If I'm wrestling by, man, let me see, I'm wrestling. I kind of want to burn forever. Then I kind of want to live right. You retarded. Because I guarantee you ain't nobody sitting around. Who wrestle like burning forever? Or living and being cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Living in tranquility. Who's actually wrestling there? You're only wrestling with things you want to do. But you got to look at what do the things you want to do attach to. See, when you start to look at it more logically, it ain't a wrestle. That's why it ain't a wrestle for me. Anything I do to this end, it involves me burning forever. That's not hard to rationalize. I don't want to do it. So I'm not going to do it. You got it. I'm not going to do the things that are going to cause me to burn forever. See, when you don't attach it to that and you just make it, I'm just struggling. What you struggling with? Burning? Right. That's not hard. Cut your stove on, see where you at. Right. I do your better. Do your side. Cut that stove on that oven and climb in it and close that door for a little bit. And see if you still wrestling when you get out. I guarantee you fighting inside that oven. See, it's all about how you want to look at it. If you want to look at it and make it like it's just some little things you want to do, the things you want to do are detrimental and they'll hurt you. That's what kills a lot of times. We don't want to really attach it to nothing. Y'all all right? I'm preaching that way you want to believe it or not. See, I don't think everybody see the book at the same. I'm telling you how I see it. I see it as a way of life. I'm so adamant about it. I want to. Well, I'm willing to do it. I'm leaving America. I'm leaving America. Now, I can't tell you about where I'm going. Because too many niggas going to show up. And then America going to drop every sissy they got off over there. Every sissy, every redneck they got. Every Indian over there who eat that doo-doo food. I know they're going to send them over there. And buy 500,000 of them Chinese folk that can't open their eyes. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to go back to America. So I'll just tell you later when I'm gone. But I know I got to get him. We need to get somewhere where we can live like the man tell us to live. We need to be able to govern ourselves. I'm just telling y'all, this is the truth. You ain't got to believe me. You ain't going to never be able to really live completely right here. Because they're going to continue to make you, they're controlling your fight. I'm telling you, all right, y'all can do it. Go, let me tell you something. You might well, you believe them slave folk died, say, them folk can't die slave on them folk. No, let me tell you something. So let me get it, how that work. Just hypothetically, Danny, since I look at you, Danny, in the time of slavery, Danny want to be saved. We'll agree on that? Because you want to be saved now. So no doubt he want to be saved then. I'm Danny slave master. In the morning, I want you to go out there, I want you to chop some wood. I want you to fetch some water up there, boy, and get in there and get that oven and stuff fixed. And I got to look up it on the roof. Y'all ain't gonna matter y'all don't even know what day it is, do you? Shabbat. How you know that, Chris? Shabbat. How they going to work out with this salvation? What he going to do? He got a wife, right? That's your wife? I want you to have her. I got another one I want you to lay with. I'm trying to get some more kids out. How they going to work? How they going to work out? They're going to be tight. These folks will take your wife. I'm just telling y'all, this is something. Can you imagine, actually, for the so-called slave? I know people say, well, they were forced into it. So they still put you in violation. This one of them things where it puts you in the where, do you still keep your mind at trying to be saved when somebody forces you into things that don't equate to being saved? People don't realize the situation these people were actually put into, and you had to ask yourself, was this the tool of dark that he decided, I reject this whole tool of dark? I reject this whole tool of dark, because there are things they just could not keep. Okay. Well, he could have saved them in Mizraim. Hold on for a minute. Let's go with what you use in your mind, because I know y'all, you're smarter than me. You went to college. Really, if you think about it, it was because the oppressor wouldn't let them go. So it ain't like they sinned. They master didn't let them do it. Right? So they master didn't let them, Pharaoh wouldn't let them go keep a 3-day muhard. So they could have stayed. Why he brought them out? So they can do what? So the people in slavery that couldn't keep it, he left them now so they could be saved. Got them out. The man got in mind who he going to reject, who he going to keep. Let me say this to y'all, everybody, white, black, whatever yellow color you got. Don't you know it's all because of that man? Because this man picked. Who in here had something to do with that? What did you have, or what did you do that you were picked that you were living now and not during the time of slavery? What did you do? What dice you roll? What card you pick? What 4-leaf clover did you have? What prayer did you pray? You understand that man had some people that determined he wasn't going to save. And put them in a situation where, how could you be saved? I know people like to believe, them people in slavery were slaves. Say, why were them people in Mizraim saved? Why he had to bring them out? Why did he have to bring them out so they could, he wanted them to come out, so what were they supposed to do if they come out? No, so they could, what, what's that, who that? So they could serve him. They couldn't serve him in Mizraim. But the folks in slavery him served him. That's tight. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. No, this ain't nothing. This the thing now. I'm not criticizing these people. This, if anything, it made me consider more of how fortunate I am. Think about it. What do you do? What do you do? You could have, think about it. Close your eye right quick. Just close your eye, open back up. That quick. That could have been you. They could have been you. You could have been them. They could have been you. That quick. Can you close your eyes again? Open back up. That quick. That quick. That could have been you. That could have been them on this side thinking about you, not knowing your face, saying, no way them people could have been saved. That man had intended for them people not to be saved. But then, what about you? Who keeping you from serving? Think about this now. You get a job. Your job say, you got a job, right? Coming this Saturday, you fired. What you do? What you do? You go to work? What you do? You do what?
If you go in to work on Saturday, you're fired.
You go in. No, if you don't come to work this Saturday, you fired. What you gonna do? Huh? You go in? If you don't go in, you fired. Do you go to work or not go to work? Don't go to work. In slavery, you don't get up in the morning and nigga and do this, I'm gonna kill you. What you gonna do? See what she said? She said, well, you know, somebody said, you know, now somebody gonna lie. They're gonna kill me. Don't play. The average of what you doing? I'm gonna be there early. I'm gonna start Thursday and work all the way through Shabbat. That's your logic, how you process. A lot of that's also, think about this with these people. It's different when it's just you. What about when it's you and your family? So what I'm gonna do with your family? I'm gonna sell your kids off. So that's on the matter. Now you gotta look at, they're gonna sell my kids off. And they talking about killing me. Now they for me. So if you don't care about yourself, what about your kids? I'm gonna kill your kids. What you do then? You go to work. Look, how about you in a situation where they can quit? You can quit your job. You got to find another one, had to work it, but it ain't your life on the line. Y'all understand every these people's life? This man has set us up in a situation where, listen, now you got more of an opportunity to consider based off of other people. Think about who were they basing their stuff off of? They can't get out, you're in slavery, you can't. Who you using? Who you basing your situation off of? I'm saying you ain't captive for them, the people that came over in slavery, okay? When those people sit here and they were forced to do, who were they trying to measure themselves up against? These people look themselves as forerunners. We sit here captive away. When they went in Mizraim, those people weren't captured going to, they went in willfully. They told you that when they went in, they were shamefully entreated. Nobody captured them and took them to Mizraim. Those people were captured and brought him. Some that were here were free were taken captive. So these people were forced into a life. Who they use? Who they going to use? To measure themselves with? Abraham. That's who they use, Abraham. And Abraham was sold to who now? Can you imagine all these people that gone through all of the time periods, all of them, before them and after, even to the point that we get an opportunity to sit down and measure ourselves by these people? That you have an opportunity today that you don't have to make the mistake they made. You have an opportunity that you're not set in that man's eyesight and his own for destruction. That you have an opportunity of your own free will to decide, I can get up and walk. You got to suffer the consequences now. I ain't talking about from him in your servitude. You have that opportunity to choose him for yourself. Not based off of, this is what my mom and my daddy did. Or this, my mom and daddy was not in what I'm in. Never was. This is a choice I got to make for myself. I moved from Christian. I grew up Christian. That's what we knew as Christian. I had the opportunity. I got to make the opportunity. Nobody forced me into making that decision. That was my decision. That me sitting out here and considering, knowing Christianity, watching, looking at this saying, wow, this is something. And then sitting down and being able to compare it now against what I've known practically, what we said most of my life. And make a conscious decision to say, this is right. It don't matter how long I've been doing that. It don't matter about who else was doing it. I got to do this because this is right. To give you that ability. Those people in slavery had that opportunity. If Master was a Methodist, you're a Methodist. If Master was a Catholic, you was a Catholic. If he was a Presbyterian, Jehovah's Witness, that's what you were, and your kids going to be that. I can tell you, your mom was Seventh-day Adventist, and you were Catholic, and your brother was Jehovah's Witness. What were y'all? Seventh-day Adventist. Did y'all have a choice? Did she ask y'all, do you think this is right? So, that's what y'all going to do, you're going to be. Now we all got an opportunity to come along today, and you get to make a choice. You get to sit down and read. And when you remember going to church back then, Seventh-day Adventist, they call it church? Okay, I don't know. I didn't know. So did they used to get up and explain and go through and tell y'all what stuff mean? They just told you that's what it is. That's how the slave master gave it to us. And I want to say that because a lot of times I think we're too comfortable. We're too comfortable, we're too relaxed that we done took things on ourselves to think that things are of ourselves. It's not of us, it's of him. I don't consider, none of us ain't in control of nothing. Absolutely not. None of us are in control of nothing. Everything this man will. It's his will. We have to ask now, if it be your will. If it's your will. If it's your will. That man asked him to remove a cup from him. Is it because Yahuwah can't do it? Why? What he tell him? If what? He said, my will is I don't want to do it. He said, but your will supersede mine. How many of us live like that? How much think like that? Think about how much we do stuff sometimes we don't want to do. I admit it. How many consider, though, what if it's his will? Let's be honest. You think about that? I appreciate that. Let on still put a 2 check so you ain't got no business. If we don't think like I know, how many of y'all believe she think better enough? How many of y'all want to be saved? None of them believe no stuff like that. So, see, I just want to say I understand everybody, but think about that. Think about that. We don't even consider, what if it's his will? What if it's his will? What if it's his will? Look at Yahushua. How did he lead him? He just floated out. How did he lead him? How? That's tight. So what? Say it louder. His will. Who will? Yahuwah will. How many got that mind? Man, I don't want to die. I don't want to die a little bit. You hear me? I don't want to die. But you ever thought about that? What if it's his will? What if his will and it work out to something he planning for a benefit. That's one anything, your job, your car, your house. What if it's his will into a benefit? Think if Yahushua would have did. Think if he'd have been like us. I know man, but I'm talking about stupid like us, dumb like us, ignorant like us. And figure it don't make sense. Just me being a man thinking about it. Logically, practicality, using rationality. And I ain't dying. What would that have left us at? You know something we don't do and we don't consider? It's a baraka that man wasn't like us. We terrible people. Because we know so much and we do so much and we see and we think, we can be dangerous. We can be very dangerous, even to ourselves and to others. Not considering that man went, think about you come from everything and you had to serve down here with nothing. Never mumbled about it. Can you imagine that? How many of y'all done lost some money before? I'm talking a nice piece of money. How many of y'all been pissed about it? How many of y'all couldn't care to think about, man, if I had that money, if I could have had it? How many times he talked about how he lost that estate up there? Now, was your money equivalent to what he had up there? How many times he talked about it? How many times he complained? How many times he kicked stuff and how pissed he was? How many times he said, man, if I could have gone back, man, I'd have never done no foolishness like this. Because he had a mind that whatever your will is, that's what we're going to focus on working on. And I'm talking to y'all, think about that. How many times? How many times? Do y'all know we, me included, we're some unappreciative people. We're some real unappreciative people. Because life they done sold us on a bill of stuff owed us. Think about it. They sold us on stuff owed us. How many of y'all here ain't got nothing to eat? How many of y'all ain't got no roof over y'all head? You go to one of them mega churches, a lot of them folk, they get up and be honest. You know what they doing? They sitting there living a lie. Because they've been told if they ain't prosper, God ain't working in your life. So he could have been working with Yahushua. Think about it. How could he been say he was broke? He didn't even have a ride. Everybody I know say he got a car. That's how Christian process stuff. You know it's bad that we equate things with our salvation? And we don't consider, man, I wake up, I think about a mind. I think about a mind. I wake up, first night I start talking to him. I just want that mind. I want that mind consider he got me up. It could be 1 o'clock in the morning. Every time he wake me up, I talk with him every time. They know, oh, they ain't that. I need to talk to you. Could be my last time. I got through that. I don't know how many times I stopped breathing. My wife said, you know, you stop breathing when you sleep. I said, I don't know, I'd be unconscious. Who started me back breathing? Who decided I can breathe again? She said, I shook you. But he could, you know how many folks dead get shook? And they get up. We really unappreciative people. I be looking all the time, they got these little kids, dead, shot, come up missing. Every day, and you get your kids home. They've been out your sight 7.5, 8 hours, and you give an afternoon. It's some folk did that number right here, stay right here, and turned around, and when they turned back around, they said, where they went? All they've been trying to do, kidnapper gone. They said, where they behind? And by the time they realize they gone and they need to alert somebody, man, they out the parking lot gone. That time they see their kid, they done found some, what they call it? Some that don't leave, what you call it? That's amazing, remain. They find remain. You know, they having the folk every day. Every day. Every day. You get your kids back. You get your kids back. You know how unappreciative we are? Every one of them. Y'all know how unappreciative we are? These schools shoot. How many of y'all kids go to school? Who decide what school gets shot up? The school board? Who decided that? The superintendent? Who decided? Y'all hear me? Who decided? Who do it? Who decided? Mr. Yahuwah. He decided the mind of some kid that going in the side, him and his friend, one of them gonna get the other exit, he gonna get the front, and they gonna come in blazing. And your kid be one that just happen to be right there coming out. One person decide that. Stuff that we go, we don't think nothing about, your whole day can unravel in a day, in a matter of hours or minutes. Some of these kids start soon they get, some are like soon as the bell ring. I want to catch when everybody start moving from class to class. These kids calculate it. And you know who give them that mind? Who allowed to get that mind? Yahuwah. I'm gonna have this conversation with y'all, because I think all of us, including me, we don't think enough of what he does. We really don't think a whole lot of what he does. Everything in life really ain't impressive we think it is. It's really not impressive as it is. We make stuff more, we put more of a hype on stuff than really what things is. We'll put a lot on our existence, a lot on I gotta make it. You make it. You remember here, you make it. You might not have what you want, but we don't let you be without. That's only because now. That's only because. That ain't cause us now. Because that's how you see fit. Only because it's some people, ask some of them folks, go down, tell them, give them, tell them folks, say, I need some help. Man, what is the price? I need about $4,000. Them folks finna go home. They finna leave. Them folks not finna raise their money. If ain't no TV news involved, and they finna get in that, because see how they work it, when they give it to you, and they get that stuff involved like that, they got other people that give money to them to put that money back. Like, long he gave away some cars, that car, them car people donated. So who got the credit for them? Just like Oprah, you get a car, turn them car General Motors getting rid of them defects. So a lot of study for it all look good. Plus, she get to write them all. Plus, you got to pay the taxes. None of them folks look at the tax. If I give you a $30,000 car, what you think Uncle Sam finna do? You know that car getting titled, right? And Uncle Sam he's going to say, you received $30,000. Did I help you or did I hurt you? When you do the tax, listen, it ain't going to say car. It says, I gave you $30,000. Now, what you think you're going to pay? Hello? See, a lot of times folk don't think like that, do they? Look at folk just giving stuff. Those people give you something, IRS said, you just received that money. That's money. You have to pay taxes on $30,000. I know what you think, probably $500 on that? $1,500? No, they don't hit you at a percent. Whatever your tax rate is, you get hit 28%. Most folk can't afford that. So did that car hurt them or did it help them? It can hurt you. See that? Everybody look like they be giving you something. Sometimes people hurt you. That's what we want to look at when Yahuwah give us something. We don't want to hurt us. We want to help us. Y'all got it? So that's why you have to be conscious about when you're asking for things, when you're looking for things to happen, is it really to your benefit? Got it? I'm telling you, learn to be appreciative. We just unappreciative people. I learned more to appreciate him for what he does and things that folk like the smaller, finer thing. Everything he give you fine. And you think about it, but you got to be a person. You got to learn how to be content. You got to learn how it don't take everything to have you be content. I'm just a lot of us. I'm telling you why some of us are miserable. Because we don't have what we feel like we ought to have. Go out there and look at people. Go ride down them. That's what I'd like for y'all to do, everybody. Go ride downtown, get out your car, and go sit out there with them folks under that box. Just ask them just give you 5 minutes, just let you sit down. See how many people just stop by, just give you money and food. Sit up on there with them folks and just sit there for a little while. Get a buggy and just push it on through downtown. See how many folks come give you something? Or folks blow, get you out there where you realize nobody cares about you in that buggy. Nobody look at you 2 times. You know what they tell their kid? Don't look at him. Don't look at her. They made their own decisions. That's a choice to live outside. Is that the truth? You know how many stupid people believe that? And he get them that mind. All them choices. You don't have to live outside. You don't have to be homeless. All you have to do is just get up and apply yourself. See, that's how foolish man is. Because somebody look at them people. I ride downtown. I went up on the ballot. I seen them for a little bit. It just broke my heart. I said, all I want to know was, how did we get, I grew up here in Atlanta. We never nobody lived up under no expressway bridge. I'm seeing the whole campus. It's like, how did we get here? How did it come? This the expressway. How do you live under this? When is it quiet? The expressway downtown, and can you imagine? So when you use the bathroom, you under the bridge. Where exactly do you use it at? Can you imagine using this? Well, cars ran by people seeing you. Cardboard, your refuge. I tell y'all what, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves and we complain and everything. Man, them folks ought to be glad to trade with any one of us. All your clothes, everything you got to eat is in that buggy. How many of y'all would consider eating out the trash can? Can you imagine looking at one of them? You talking about somebody spit, diaper, needles, trash, and you in here picking through, trying to see what maybe somebody left a burger, half a burger, a sandwich, some fries, maybe some chips they rolled down. You thirsty. I mean, all this nasty because it ain't your choice. Have you ever seen a homeless person throwing up because the garbage can was so nasty? Them folk pick with, I'm just trying to see what I can find. Anything to do. Do y'all understand how fortunate we are? Y'all don't consider. And it's so bad. Listen, in California, what is that? I forgot to say it up in there. Not Skid Row. It ain't Skid Row. Not in L.A. area. This, not San Diego. I forgot the other part. It's up near San Diego, somewhere up that way. Listen, man, they got these folk living outside. Listen, they living in high grass, tents. Listen, I'm talking about just people listen, in the grass, these folks are just living. You just like, how did we get here? How did we get here that it's okay for people to live, human beings, kids, living out, no bathroom, your body rinks, it smells so bad, you don't even smell yourself. That's your clothes, the clothes on your back. You piss on yourself. Think about when it's freezing cold. Who finna get up out that stuff? You freeze, you done got a nice rock. Who finna get up? You piss, what let me see. You piss on yourself, what? People gonna talk about you? They already talking about you. You defecate, where your tissue at? Where your wipes? Where your clean toilet at? Mentally ill people out here on the street living. Not just him, whole world. Why not you? Why he didn't pick you? Why not you? Why you and your kids sitting out there sleeping? Because you got to educate, I forgot about that. Y'all think everybody homeless is dumb? We used to have a homeless man who used to go to church with us one time. I thought he was dumb. Head napping. Man had a college degree. He was nasty, stinking, could write. He used to write my wife letters. Back she's in college. Man, went to college, homeless man. His mind, he had lost his mind. Wound up, just couldn't function no more out here in the bench, just lost it. Just gave up everything, just became home. You see him, you would think nothing about him. College degree, the whole nine. Very intelligent man. You would have never, just looking at him, you would never process that. Just broke. That's just it, just break. That break line hit, you just lose it. Why it ain't you? Why it ain't me? Why it ain't you? Why you ain't just break? Why you don't just break and you just give it all up and just let it go? We're some real appreciative people, unappreciative people. Then the fact that he give us to say, look at this thing and examine it, compare it. That's all, compare it. People might think that I'm not a critic of his word. I'm just critical of other people's work when they try to say it's his word. There were people that were critical of people saying that they spoke on his behalf. Then why can't I be critical of people that saying they wrote, that they went and copied it back out? You got to be critical when it comes down to judgment. At the end of the day, what you believe and what you do is going to be tested at judgment. So before I get there, I want to make every means and try to make sure I'm good with myself and this actually is something I believe if I'm going to believe it. Y'all got it? I want to make sure if that's what I believe, I want to make sure I walk according to it. I don't just want to be some phase or some phenomenon that hit for a while, then I change up when things aren't to my liking. You know what I'm saying? I've had a pretty good life. That he's given me the opportunity to examine things or see life on a lot of different scales. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, it makes me appreciative of, I appreciate what he does. I appreciate how he does it. I appreciate the fact he makes me to consider. I appreciate the fact he makes me want to have the conversation. He allows me to be able to process what he says and make sure I have an understanding. And knowing he cares I have an understanding. Versus people say, well, when the Lord just tell you to do something, you just do it. Nobody told me I need an understanding. Nobody told me he wouldn't have me to do something without understanding. Because he know if I don't have understanding, somebody's going to get me right outside of what I'm doing. Because you really didn't know why you were doing it in the first place. Hello? I told y'all the story about one time. It was a story told, I don't know if it's true, about the daughter who cut the end off of her ham. And she asked her mom, she cut it off, and she asked her mama why she cut the end off her ham. She decided to ask her, and her mom went and asked her mother why she cut the end. So whenever she cooked ham, she thought you just cut the end off the ham. And she asked her mother, so I'm asking, so why we try to figure why we always cut the end off the ham. She said, well, I don't know why y'all cut y'all's off. She said, but I cut mine off because the pan was too small. See, they just thought tradition, when you cook one, you're supposed to cut the end off of it. See, and that's the detriment of just doing something and not knowing why you're doing it. Got it? That's the moral of what we kind of look at. Doing something because you've just been following something, but you don't really understand why. My goal is to make sure I embrace and compass why we're doing it and make sure I don't get off. There's a people that came before us that set themselves and predicated their way of life on making sure they bought into the whole idea of what Mr. Yahuwah had given. This is an ideal for me. Got it? And that idea, they bought into it so that nobody could deter them. Nobody could deflect them away from it. And then I look at us with all this education and knowledge and things we have, it more or less, I think, come out to hurt us in a sense, because we always rationalize against what other people are doing and what other people see. These people weren't moved by other people. When you go back to look at a man like Abraham, you never hear Abraham looking at other people and considering other people and want to be like other people or whatever. This man bought into the whole idea that I'm going to serve you from your own people, and I'm going to create a people from you. And this people is going to be steadfast on serving me. You know what I'm saying? Adoring me, being a abide to me. And yet we come along with all this understanding, knowledge, and verbs and other things. You know, verbs we have. Yet we're such a difficult people to do. And it's scary to me how we do things and how nothing moves us unless it's something that excites us in the world. But yet when it comes down to the fact that you're not a person or people, that he decided to just cut off like he did so many other people for whatever reason he did. And guess what? Still right. If he decided to cut this whole Tudor-Doff off we got, who can tell me wrong? Who can judge him in the last day and tell him he's wrong and he need to get that stuff straight? Who can tell me he ain't nothing but a big fat sinner? And that was the stupidest decision they ever heard, and he need to go in. Who can make him do it? Since nobody can do it, how about we just serve him? I'm with you. If you know somebody can do it, then I'll get with them and tell them to get it straight so we can go on and do what we're going to do in the world. Since we ain't got nobody that can turn him, nobody that can convince him to do otherwise than what he said, how about we just serve him? If he the only one in control, he the only one got the way and the plan that he going to recognize, don't it make sense to go the way he going? All right, come on. All right. Let me get this on the board so I can get y'all out. All right, look at this. Romans 15:4, so I can get y'all through. Come on, and get ready and get your money out.
For what things soever, Nikatab for our lamed.
When the teachers show us.
That through endurance.
And we knew that years ago. That whatever was written before was written for our learning. I did. How many of y'all always knew that? It was written for our learning. I did. Never saw it that way. I just told her they said it was God's word. Just supposed to read. I didn't know I didn't understand that it was written to a people, to teach a people that was going to be his people. It said all your people, all your children are going to be taught of me. Can you believe he told some people that were before us that their beneath, their children were going to be taught? He said they're going to be taught of me. Imagine what they had to think. Interesting. They're going to be taught of you. Now, we're the children. We're the Tudor-Doff people. You ain't going to believe what we're doing. We're being taught of him. We're being taught of him, just like he said. He told them, all of your beneath, he said they're going to be taught of me. All of them going to be taught of me. I'm appreciative that he saw fit with all of the things I want in my life, all the things I want to do in my life, all the things I want to accomplish in my life, that I felt like I didn't get. I felt like I had gaps in my life, some things I should have done. I wanted to do, I didn't do. And I can see now where it was to a benefit. Maybe those couple little things I want to do would have been the edge changers. It could have been the things that had I done them, I wouldn't be here today. Because some of the people I know who did them, they ain't here. So it's likely to believe I wouldn't be here either. There's some things I didn't go, there's some things I wanted to do them. But had I done them, it could have changed the whole outcome of who I am today. Hello? So that we already agree? Oh, he can't hardly see you.
That through endurance and the
going through without quitting. That's something we didn't, because I ain't never considered that. I'll go through and I quit. How many of y'all go through and you quit? That's how I did in life. Go through, quit. Quit. Just quit. This man knowing that he designed a book for me. You know how they have tailor-made? Tailor-made. He knew how I was. He knew I was going to need to learn them, and he knew I was going to need to know. If you go through and you get there right, you won't quit. I'm going to change the person who you are. A quitter. So let me ask you something. If you know you're going to quit, how much you going to put in it?
Not much.
Just wild guess. Who know why? Now I get into something, now I put everything on the line. You put everything in it. It's like, how I'm going to quit when I don't put everything in it?
That's right.
How you quit when everything you got in it? You like, this got to work now. You got so much, you got to make it work. You too far in, now that's where I'm at. You know what? Everybody here need to put everything in it. That way you got to make it work. You got to make it work. If you take all your money and put it on a number, what you got to do? What you been saying, man, any number could fall. What number got to fall? Why that number?
I got everything on.
Y'all know why Yahuwah got to work? I got everything on him. He got to work. I got everything on him. I ain't got a little Islam. I don't have a little Christian. I don't have a little Buddhism. I don't have a little none of. I don't have them. I ain't trying to say. You know what? To be on the safe side, just in case. I got everything on him. I got everything on him. That's the only way it's gonna work. As long as you can keep room and opportunity for something else versus him. Now in life, I do think I diversify. When it comes to my nefesh, it's solely. It's solely on one. And that's what I'm counting on to deliver me. I ain't counting on, just in case, Jesus, no hard feelings. Jesus, all hard feelings. Yahuwah, I want to serve you. Yahushua, that's my Yahshua. Y'all got me? I ain't got no room. I'm going all the way on this one. I don't straddle the fence. You have two girlfriends. That way one mess up, you ain't never be without one. That's how I looked at it. I one of them guys that ain't like being single, so I have two of them, at least. Y'all got it? Hello? I did. Because you want to play it safe. You always want to play it safe. So you try to always play it safe your whole life, and safe wind up hurting you. Safe be one of the unsafest things you ever done. Always you keep playing things that don't work. And then finally he got me the son to say, he forced my hand and showed me a way, and I ain't got nothing else but this one thing to put everything on. The fact he tell me I got to do it with all my heart, all my mind, all my soul, all my strength. That's how it's going to work for us. And we had, because we tend to try to, it ain't even about if he ain't real, it's just we still want to do something. It's time out. The only thing we can do now, y'all, is what he told them. It's winding up now. You can go out here and you can play if you want to. You better be right. You better allow that man got room. He give you any more space. But from where we at and where we sitting, I don't see where he got a whole lot more space.
Right.
He told us that it is Sadiq.
Scarcely.
Scarcely, barely, make it in. He said, what a Rosh gonna appear. Can y'all imagine if from this point forward, right now, every one of us, we don't never do nothing else wrong. That man said we're gonna barely make it in. Listen, from right now, nobody here watching, don't do nothing else wrong, nothing. Barely make it in. How much room we got to play? That's what we need to consider the Layla. One person give it their mind to consider. Now one person, he can give it the mind to tell everybody here right now, take your clothes off. Because we're going back to how it was in Barashit. Oh, it's funny to us now. And the reason I say that, that's because the mind he give you. For some people, I remember in the 70s, y'all remember over there by JC. How long you been living up here in Atlanta, I can tell you? 65. You remember they had that nudist place right up behind that JC Penney outlet? They used to have a nudist place over there. I used to try my best to look through them trees when I looked. I just want to see one white woman. I just wanted to see one. I looked hard as I could through them trees. We ride, I just lay my head to the glass, just look. Maybe it's just a tit or something to show up. Yeah, they'd have a nudist place right over there. They fought by that J.C. Penney outlet on
Forest Park.
Forest Park with that yeah, they had one over there years ago. Back over there, who remember that? No, it was all down there.
Frontage
that
Road.
J.C. on the Frontage Road. Look it up. Y'all remember that Lancaster? He probably out eating somewhere. I know you go sitting by your wife. Don't try like you don't remember, Joe. No good way he built up looking up behind the tree. Malcolm, you remember that? Somebody looked that up. They had one over there. You had one of the little nudie colonies over there. No, don't look it up here. No. My enemies are no. Don't do that. Don't do that. You find that information back there, just get back with us. Man, you can't put that stuff in that boy. Boy, a woman jump on that thing with 3 titties out on that thing, man, you'll mess up everything. Man, put nudie collie, man, I got pickles everywhere up there. No. Don't put on that board. Look that up back there, your own, like they said, do your own private time. Look it back up there, yeah. And let us know if you find out. Yeah, they used to have one over there on Frontage Road. Don't go there looking. Nobody go there trying to smell them leaves either. You know, send so many storms and stuff through them. Been watch that stuff out. Now about the 70s to about the early 80s. They changed all that stuff. I showed when I was a little kid, laid my head on that glass, just look. Looking and hoping. But I appreciate Mr. Hood for that new mind. I can't say that enough, y'all. I appreciate a good mind. A mind he give, that's a good mind. Mind make you consider. Mind make you want to live kudash. Separate. That stuff. I ain't understanding. Folks made it well. I'll be honest, I never got the thing standing where they were going. Because they made it perfect that you couldn't make no mistake. And you didn't realize they would grade your mistakes out here in the world. You forgot something, you dropped something, you ran past, you picked up somebody else's key. You just stole. I ain't trying. That stealing, stealing. That mean, see, you trying to be perfect. And you realize perfect was just whatever he told you to do, you did it. That's it. That's all it was. Y'all got it? Let's see something right quick. You finished and through what you already read this?
I have not finished.
Okay, and you did through going through without quitting?
Yeah, I did that one. Yes,
I know
sir.
it. That's why I said you did that one. And the next line.
And the coon of the Ketubim.
And the comfort of the writer.
We might have Tikva.
And that's what we're looking at right now. Having that mind. Let's look at it right quick. The 17th chapter of the book of Yukonon. I'm trying to get ready to let y'all go ahead and get that mind out now. So we'll try to go there. It don't take that long. Y'all done? Some of them like it like that. They can play it out. They say, he has to again, gonna try to catch him. Some of it, they're right here what you lack right here. Getting your money where you're supposed to give it. A lot of thievingism. All right, I'm telling y'all give Mr. Hood will be here. I know how I feel. I can use that. How about you tell me you use that 10, that man take that 90, you can really use that 90. That man got a way to come out and get you. Let me say, we build up, do what he supposed to do. Let me tell you what, if everybody did what Mr. Hood said, this is the thing what people don't realize, why you build these communities. And these are actually how we get them messed up, their churches and synagogues. When I say that, to the degree that it don't go outside this structure. Actually, these were community buildings, he said. See, like you see like Atlanta, I already played that, Atlanta Station, work, play, live. What y'all think Jerusalem was? Yeah. These folks ain't created nothing. That's right. Where were they working at? Where they had to go? They had to leave from Jerusalem and go work in Mizraim and come home in the afternoon? No, what y'all thinking? Everything they did was in their community. That ain't nothing. These folks so stupid. They out here running around like these people done created something. Those are the communities he set with us. Yes, guess how Atlantic Station survives too? Other people come there and they make you obey whatever their rules, structure are there. That's how we did. He knew you were going to need these people out of the bill to be able to continue to live. Otherwise, your dollar going to die out with just you. Other people came, knock them. Y'all told y'all that people came to the gate. Guess what they were coming to do? To trade and sell with them. So I don't know where these people get this stuff. We don't do nothing with them sinners. You so stupid. Just stupid. We do buy from these people. I told y'all before, and I told about separating, you got to still do business. You don't have to deal with other people's culture. You don't have to agree with other people's culture, but from a business standpoint, you still do business. These folks, I want to just go, it's just up. We don't deal with nobody else. You're going to incest. That's what you're going to be, ancestral people. That's right. You ain't going to make it like that. You got to be able to get these folks, you got to get them to realize that you don't come into our community, you don't come in there, you have to convert to what our culture is. If people will come to their way, people know it right. How you think he said, listen, everybody in him going to have a time that Mr. Yahuwah is not going to favor them. Everybody. You don't get a time he ain't going to favor you. Guess what's going to happen though? He going to favor somebody else. That's how we going to make it. That's how he going to make it. See, somebody he do favor him. So since he hear you, pull out for me. And we'll keep one another in Palau. So guess what? So it's just like the noon is continual. You see what I'm saying? That's how you keep it flourishing. Somebody ain't listen, go ahead, these people out here when they in their time, what happens? Their lights get cut off. Nobody ain't gonna come out there out till they get the money and the reconnection fee. See, he figures what yours don't go off. Because you ain't got it. I favor somebody else to get what? They happen to have it. And you know what you're gonna be hung up on? I want to have it. You want to be in the dark? Then you'll learn to say, thank you. He's still see, and you still see how he's still working. See, the way we see it, we feel like he only working if he only doing something with us. See, he working when he ain't doing something with you, when he using somebody else. Because it's still working to who benefit. Still work to your benefit. I want to tell y'all this, because a lot of times we don't think like that. We think like these people think, and he work with me, I'm always have, I'm always get. I need you to see me working for you in other than just things. If you only see him working in things, then you don't really see him. You see the things. That's how people sell out on him. Yeah, the things are good to have. I mean, very resourceful, it's good to have, but at the end of the day, they come with a lot of responsibility. A lot of people don't know what they come with. You just assume. People don't know what people have to do to have money. You have to continue to stay in pursuit of money. It's a constant chase. Constant chase, constant race. You don't get a break from it. You always gotta be thinking money. That's how you do it. People don't know what you gotta do. It's always money. That's the thing about it. You gotta learn how to do it, and you gotta be able to keep it and keep a balance where money don't get you. That's why a lot of people get gone, get lost, because of money. He told you what the hard of it is. That's why these kids get traded on these sex trade. That's why people kill one another, because it's for the harbor money. These people put drugs out here, and a small bit can kill so many thousands of people. It's because of the love of the money, ain't because of people. That's why people do everything they're doing, because of the love of it. See, we got to have a heart for Yahuwah. See, everything that you need to keep you from transgressing, he gave you. That's the purpose of giving you the knowledge. Why you think I told you to love me with all your heart, or heart me with all your heart? So nobody else won't get in and break it. I mean, men are going to kill women kill, because you ain't don't believe why. They broke their heart. I'll do that if you break my heart. So he said, to keep you from killing Eric or killing County, you killing, how about you just give me all your heart? You ain't gonna never have to worry about me breaking it. Huh? Somebody said, you know what, man took, so they like they took my strength from me. And now I got to do something to you took my strength from me. He said, how about you give me all your strength? You ain't got to never worry about me taking it from you. See, when you put it all in him, then you leave people just enough to where, guess what? I can walk away from you and still be good. We wind up putting so much into people where you don't know how to walk away and still be good. See, I think it's good for us to talk today. I think it's good for us to talk, because you don't process a certain type of way of life. You don't really process this, to me, the way you need to look at it. Because you need to look at this as a culture for you. This is how you're going to live your life completely on now. I'm going to get there right quick. This is 17. We're going to right quick. That's okay. I really hate how that thing do on my neck. But go ahead. We're gonna process this here. Listen to this.
These things Yahushua spoke, and lifting up his own to Shamayim, he said, Abba, the hour is come. Kabul, par thy ben, that thy ben may par thee.
Mm-hmm. Now he want him to bestow something upon him, that it would be a benefit to go back to the Abba. A lot of us don't. How many of y'all need a new car? Anybody here need a car? Need a car? Or a new one? Nobody? How many of y'all need a job? Or a new job? Hold on. Gavin, where you going to work at? Your mama said you about working her nerve. You already working. Don't try to use my joke. Give yourself 3 checks. Stealing other people's jokes, trying to get the glory. How many of y'all need some shoes? How many of y'all need some clothes? I just say right now, if y'all got the car, got the clothes, got the shoes, got the job. What does he get from that? I appreciate you, better. What will he get? What does he get? So you can see where sometimes why there's a hesitation you getting these things. See, listen what he said again. Listen.
These things Yahushua spoke, and lifting up his own to Shamayim, he said, Abba, the hour is come, par thy ben, that thy ben may par thee.
So you get that car, you're going to drive it for him. It's going to be for all him and for his. You got that job, it's going to be for him and for his caboodle. It's going to be for you. Now, isn't that wrong for you having things for you? Please don't think I think it's something wrong with you having things for you. But you have to start looking. He look at this. This is how you start processing things. And I tell my kids, no. When he gives you something, I tell my wife, I said, give you something, take care of what he give you. That's what I tell. I said, don't look for him to do nothing else for you. You can't take care of what he give you. I told Bright the same thing there. I said, anything you look for, you answer. Show him how well you take care of what you got. So just look dumb to asking for something if you're not. You're not folks say, if I had a new one, though, I'd take care of that one. That's the game we're going to play. If I had a new one, I'll take care of that one. And I've been irresponsible and reckless with the old one or the lesser. You know, he said, if you be not over a few things, he'll make you a shark over many. Like Daoud. Why he said, man, bunt no little sheep. If I had like 100 or something like that, then it'd be different, because then I know I'm in my own, then I got my own stuff. He said, no, you had to be over the few. He said, that's how he was able to rule over Yasharal. Because of the few, he was willing to go out to recover. He said, because these were mine, they the Father's. I won't want nothing to happen to nothing that belonged to the Father. So I'm going to fight for it, protect what belonged to the Father. And you ain't going to believe it. And the Abba saw to give him more. Because you did so well with the few, I know you'll do a great job over many. Let's just be honest. We're irresponsible. We're reckless. We're careless. Until it works out as something we want to do. When it comes down to things he give us, we don't consider, let me show myself responsible over what you give me. And then you'll see fit. Why wouldn't he give you more? When Yasharal, when Daoud kept those sheep, he never told him, I'm keeping these sheep, hoping and praying, Lord Jesus, that you'll make me the king of Israel. Man had no aspiration for that. The man looked at, my Abba gave me a charge to keep these sheep. And I kept them. And I didn't lose any of them. So it made sense for him to be in a position where I'll set you over a minute because I know you'll defend. I know you'll protect. I know you have a caring for. But us, to be honest, we only care when it comes down to something that we really want. We don't consider everything he give you. It's a test. Let me see how well you do with what you got. Let me see if you can show some patience. A lot of times we lose on that. We do. We might not quit here, but you'll quit mentally. You quit mentally till something happen to say, okay, alert you to get back. And that's to show her how long he going to wait on us to keep doing that. We can't do that. We can't quit and still be here. Yes. Come on, one person, come on, you can't quit and still, you thinking you ain't quit because you've been here? Are you serious? You could be here and quit. You just ain't walking up. I ain't never walked out. You walked out in your servitude for Yahuwah. When he done marked you to do something, that's quitting. Because you hadn't done it. They looking at the physical building. They looking at name off the road. We're talking about pattern of behavior. Okay? That's what we're trying to examine. Come on, finish this up so I can get them through.
As thou hast given him power over all Basar, that he may give Alam Kai to all whom thou hast given him. Mm-hmm. Now this is Alam Kai, that they may know thee, the only Amat Elohim, and Yahushua HaMashiach, whom thou hast shalak.
So if I ain't know that, I'm so glad for eternal life. So you don't have to know that. All you got to do is love the Lord, baby. Say, love the Lord. The man said, this is Kai eternal, a long Kai. Continue a long time that you know him. And Yahushua HaMashiach whom he sent. You know how many people that only worship the Father? Saved. You know how many people only acknowledge the Son? Acknowledging the Son was to the kabod of the Abba. Acknowledging the Father was giving kabod to the bin. Because you can't be a father without an offspring. And if you're a son, then that's someone you ascended from. So it all parallels itself into a way that he's saying, that's why it made sense. He said, they all going to have to be taught of me. How you going to get this if they don't teach you? I know this sounds really simple. These are things people don't consider. Listen, they've gone back to the first Berev, and they so indulged into it. They don't consider that you got to understand how all these things work together, because this is what he's saying. He's given this man authority to give Kai to whom he will. He can give it to you. And he said, now this is the life, that they might know you and me. This is your life. This is your existence with him, is knowing the Abba and knowing the Ben. So there is an immediate need for you to know them, to be conscious of them and their attributes. Come on, finish up.
I have par thee on the arise. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. Mm-hmm. And now par thou me, O Abba.
That's how he was perfect. That's perfect. You hear what he said? I completed. We know him as the man without sin. Am I correct? We all agree? Yahushua. We all recognize him as the man without sin. Guess how he was without sin? He just told you how. At 3, what did he say? 3, 4, what did he say? What did he say? Okay, 4. Let's see what 4 said. Listen.
I have par thee on the arise.
See that? See that? I've given that honor to you. I've given that to you, that glory to you. What happened?
I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do.
That's how he was perfect. That's how he was complete. That's what he told. That's what he said. He said, I finished it. I'm finished. I did it. Complete. He's teaching us how to do this. Now think about this. What made him what we call perfect today that people say they can't do is that he finished the work. What was the work? The work he gave him. Okay? The work he gave him. That's what he gave him. He's giving you a work to do. You can be perfect too if you do the work that he gave you. If you complete what he gave you to do, you can be perfect too. That's against all odds. That now you doing it don't mean ain't nothing coming up. It don't mean there's gonna be no distraction. It don't mean there's not gonna be no feeling. It don't mean there's gonna be no criticism. But you still gotta finish the work. Guess what he had? Criticism. People found fault, and guess what he said? None of that stopped me from completing the work. Guess what we do? First thing happened. First thing come up. 2, 3 things. We quit. We stop. And that's why you can't be perfect. Did he come through and nobody bothered? Oh, I ain't supposed to bother. You got a work to do. That was more the reason for people to bother. Him completing that work made us look bad. He's the one that made us look bad. Why were they going to let him finish it? You finishing the work make everybody look bad. Hello? So with distraction, with obstacles, with criticism, with people hating him, he still was able to complete it. So what does this tell us? What type of mind? Because he told you to let this mind be the law. Let it be in you, which was how's she going to do it? These are a couple of things we're looking at now we're going to go back and look at. Making sure we're properly being taught of him. Making sure we got the same law. Making sure we have the same law, the mind. That makes a difference. Mentally, you need to be somewhere. So like with football, you mentally have to be somewhere. Watch them guys play out there in the snow. You see them guys out there on the field like this. Them guys playing to hit the ground like it ain't snowing. Because mentally, you put your mind somewhere. That's how we got to do when it comes to work we got to do. Mentally, we got to put our mind somewhere. Why would he tell you consider him which endure contradiction? What do you consider things in your foot, your elbows, and your mind? Which endure such contradiction, lest you grow weary in your mind. He knows. He's telling us already. Why do you think you're fainting? And every time you feel like fainting, you faint. Why do you think? Why do you think it is? You ain't considering. You ain't considering. You made it about you. You made it about you, and it's an attack on you. It's to take you down when you're not even considering. That's what they're going to have with Contentment. They're contradictory. Why you thinking the sinner gonna keep them? These sinners, they be out here, they would man out there in the sinner day, man, sinner just flat lied in my face. Why am I so surprised? What should have alerted y'all? Sinner. Doing sinner, broke in my car. Who else gonna do it? You really want to tell me when the Kudash did it. See what I'm saying? What are we expecting? We said it though, we surprised. Like we amazed. Because you putting so much in other things and other people not considering, these things happen to come and test us because we get comfortable with these people. We get comfortable out here. We do. We get to going and we feel like things should just work out. And we got plans sitting there alter the plans. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because we got to always consider his will. That's something we'll start looking at, his will. If it's something we're supposed to do, we have been saying like, if Yahuwah will. Can y'all repeat that to me? If Yahuwah will. That's the only way we can do it. Now, we ain't going to use that for no cloak. But let's just consider. Who will is it? Who allows? Huh? That's the open hand he got. Allow. That's what it means, the cup. When he open it, that means allow. If you say, y'all must kids, you say, so give me some candy. You may have it like that. They'll open your hand to get it. Or they open the bag. You remember that? That means you can get it. You just go in there and have a bag, but they had a bag closed like this, wasn't it? Y'all remember that kid had candy? Or they have it in their hand. You said has a candy. They had to open their hand, allow. So everything you got, get what he had to do. He had to open his hand. He had to allow it. Hello? That's what the cuff is, the bent and the open hand. I mean, he allows. We want him to open his hand to us. Hello? Okay. They understood that. They understood that's allowed. Hello? That's what we need him to do. We want him to allow us to be able. We want to recognize that man his attribute. Recognize that man for what he's given us. Hello? When he taught them how, even when we sounded, when we were polite, he taught them to give us when? Man, we got months of food in our freezer. He taught them they said, give us this day. How I'm gonna live long? He might not let me live long enough to eat everything I got in my freezer. Give us this day. How much bread? I'm asking for this day. Why am I asking for weekly? You mean the bread for the day, right? He said, that's it. Give it for this day. When he gave them the manna, when would they gather? So they would gather Monday and go back Wednesday and come back Friday. When would they gather? Every day. And what day would they get more double? All right, for Shabbat. See, they understood that. Give us this day. Why he just didn't rain out enough mountains, just keep them going? Taught them every day. He'll appreciate what I give it. That make a difference. Because what if he don't give it to her tomorrow, then you get it. Whew. Got it for the day. Sufficient is the day. See, because this system has set us up, we got minute rice, microwave. I know y'all still using the microwave. I see you glowing your kid. You go ahead and eat out of them. I know your heart is. Go ahead and eat them. I'm only trying to save because the thing gonna cook you. You don't cook your little post self to death. I don't fool with that thing. We open it up. I use that fan over the stove. I use that light and open it up and stick something there and tell them to come back and get it. I don't put my food in there and put my food to cut on. Stuff will kill you. And you know what? It broke us. It broke us from waiting. I told you, I came a day when you had your food, all your food be in the pot and it'd be buried in jelly. You had to wait on it. And then it had to be in that jelly. Now, put that thing there, tick, tick, tick. Couple of minutes, that thing smoke, it'll burn the whole house up. That's what they got us at now. They got us, so now, we didn't see it. They really set us up. We can't wait on that man like we used to. And we asked for something we needed right now. You had to learn how to wait. A lot of stuff they got it because things can be done so quickly now. We got so much advancement we feel like in things, it hurt us. All these social media apps and everything else, some talking about they on TikTok. They trying to ban TikTok completely out of America. They already put the bill, they want it gone. I told you, I know y'all got it, it's fine. They went through, they already said, TikTok, they said it already learned all your key patterns. They said, okay, I'm listening. A senator, I watched one, he said, listen, it got all your passwords, it's got all your other stuff saved, it got your bank account. Listen, they want it banned out of the United States. They said, Donald Trump told me they first brought it. I remember he fought him. He said, no. He says China. He's like, China. Oh, no, man, he called it China. He called it the China virus. He did. He told everybody. I remember that. Y'all forgot. He fought them when it came. He said TikTok. He said the only way he's going to let TikTok stay, he said American had to buy it. He said he want it. He said, and it's bad for you. Man, they done found out too. They've been setting him, making stuff popular. They found out, I forgot what they called it, what the algorithm, how they doing it. They said the whole thing, they've been rigging it. Them videos you thinking you sent, they said no, they didn't want to pick them. The people working at them came out and admitted. I was watching the thing on they were talking about today. All of them, they want to get rid of Snapchat too. They say want it gone. They say number drug dealers on them. Okay, let me tell you something. Snapchat. I know you look kids, they don't want to tell you. They ain't gonna tell you. Snapchat. They say I'll run to it. They say because you can delete your stuff. They say it's the app. They say it's the app for drug users, for drug dealers. Oh, these kids, how many of y'all kids know what Snapchat is? Raise your hand. Don't tell the truth. Yeah, about 3, 4 of them. Everyone know what it is. They know how to go reach it. They can get it without. Can you get on Snapchat, tell the truth, without a phone? Can you get on Snapchat without a phone? Y'all can say it louder? Okay. So they parents say, see, y'all hear that? Thank you. So that's what they think they're smart, the parent. Oh, I got mine. They ain't got no phone. They got a computer. All they got to have them little, what's called them little iPads and everything, little tablet. They can't get a cutoff phone. They can get on these apps. All they need is Wi-Fi. These kids can work. And I'm going to tell them for their safety. These people are dangerous. They want to ban, they want to get it out of him. They say get it out of him. But you know what? It's their monster. It's their creation. And I'm telling you why they want to go. White kids getting hurt by it. That's the only reason they want to go. They ain't want to go for no. White kids getting hurt from it. White kids getting kidnapped. White kids getting on drugs from it. They don't care about nobody else. They should have been got that junk out of him. These kids need some stuff where you go like Romper Room. How many of y'all grew up watching Romper Room? Miss Sally. You remember Miss Sally on there? When she did something freaky? When she tried to get you to come through that TV? She had that little thing tell, I see Billy, and I got right from that TV. I said, I know that heifer see me. She never called my name. Y'all remember that little thing she had, and she'll start talking about who all she see. I said, I know she see me. That heifer never called my name. But all that, Captain Kangaroo, who he sexually molested? All their clothes on. One of the ugly double-breasted suits you ever seen. Everybody was clean. They had that stuff. Her and Doobie. Doobie wasn't gay, far as we know. He was a man with a point on that booty. Go tell. Listen, things just totally different. These kids, I try to tell a lot of stuff. Man, you got to raise these kids up the right way now. We got to take them, teach them the old way, take them back to the old ways. Who's saying that take them back the old ways? They got to go back to the old. I'm telling you, man, y'all kids mud pies. You can't get sexual molestation with no mud pie. You're just going to get full. Get the grit in your body. Help build you up. I'm telling you, these kids ate more mud pie, got to play with slingshot, and got to play with real candy we had back then. Y'all would be better off kids then. Now, terrible. Ain't that right? They look at a sickness on TV. I wouldn't let y'all watch a cold commercial. Man, these kids, they done broke them down. They're just terrible. What do y'all kids get to do for fun? What's fun now? What kind of games y'all got to play outside that fun? Yeah, outside, that's when the door. A kid like, who go outside? That's why they're going to be shooting the school through a little tube. Yeah, go ahead. Picking cotton with your mom. What's that? That ain't no game. That's slavery. You play basketball? You play it outside? Outside or inside? Healthy. What do you kids get to do outside now? I ain't nothing to go out. What you get to do outside, Courtney? Tennis? You know how to play tennis? Yeah, we need you. That's all right. We'll tell. Ain't nobody doing that. Somebody said, Courtney, you remember you had me think you could sing that time? I said, you can say, Courtney, I said, I can sing. I said, Courtney can sing. They look, no, terrible. Courtney said, Courtney, you can sing, can't you? Is it beautiful when you sing? You want to make a record with me? No. You sing too pretty to sing with me? Don't do it. All right, go ahead, make one. You don't make one by yourself? Hold on, Jason did that bad. Jace! Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, what about the rest? Anybody that play outside? Listen, you play outside? What you do? What kind of games you play? Ping pong? Baseball. What you play outside? Who? Bat rep? Red Reuben? Red Rover? Oh, Red Rover. Red. She tall now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What American games you play? Not as a member. Hold on, I remember they had Red Rover. We ain't have it, though. Y'all remember Red Rover? Who had Red Rover? But I don't think we did. What was Red Rover? Red Rover. Red Rover. Who? Red Rover. Oh, y'all had them French fries. I'm talking about them French fries. Y'all, what were they doing? Two lines of friends. You holding each other's hands. Since what? Come and break it. Field day. No, ain't fun. We've done something else. We ain't had none of that. And you try to run between me and my friend, we hold hands, we gonna sickle you. We gonna take you off your feet. So they called Red Robin, Red Rover. You remember that Land Castle, Red Rover? You played at Land Castle? You seen it on the Greater Bunch? On Bill Cosby? On what Bill Cosby? To my Fat Album? Oh my, did you say what I thought he said? He said who? Man, you know that sound like you said. I just said Buck. I was like, whoa. I'm like, you, what's going on, Joe? You play it. He's here to play any kind of sport. He played basketball and he played baseball. His dad done cheated him so bad out there in baseball. Hit the ball, knocked the ball. Go get it, Jordan. That's part of baseball. Pick the bat up, I dropped the bat, Jordan. Yeah, I had to watch it. That's good. Y'all get out there and get some. We got to get y'all some healthy medicine, too, where y'all can stay healthy and well. Y'all need to have a healthy life. Also, y'all young people, y'all need to remember Yahuwah and your youth. I want y'all to remember that. Y'all remember that. I know right now, y'all young, y'all get older. Now, y'all going to get up, you're going to grow, you're going to start smelling, so you're going to get a little musty. You're going to get a little hair on your arm, all around your little private area and stuff. Don't let him make no fool out of y'all. This the best time for y'all to remember him, be taught to him while y'all young, for y'all go out here and mess your life up out there. Get out there and somebody done pickled you all up. You're trying to run back in here and trying to play like you knew. Come in and smell like a messed up old sausage sandwich. Yeah, y'all come on while y'all young. This the best time y'all stay. They help them out when they're young. We done been out there and messed our life all up. I was all nasty and raunchy out there in them streets. You see who brought me on in and cleaned me up. So we want to keep y'all where y'all don't go out there and make the mistakes we made. These grown people y'all see us in here now, it don't look like I made some mistakes. Do it look like, can y'all tell I made some mistakes out there? See, you can't tell it. Kelly, why you looking like that? Don't I look clean to you? I'll fight a kid. Don't I look clean? Don't look like I did all that stuff. How'd I do it? That's right, because 60% of women are gold diggers. How about the rest of y'all? Don't I seem like I was a nice guy? Like I ain't do all that stuff? Y'all special. I'm going to see y'all in the mail. Cool. These kids sneak in any kind of way they can. That's it, though. While y'all young, this is the best time. Everybody get it and try to get your hairline. So it's going to be important when you get in there. Your hairline get ate up. That part of being a kid, you got to tell them stuff like that. Do y'all tell each other, man, your hairline been ate up? I mean, that's love. That help them out, you know. That thing be growing, ain't it? It be crawling. This just grow while you sleep. You don't know. Don't worry about it. Hang on to it while you got it. Ain't that right? I can use that little extra hair put in the back there. That thing will get. Well, I'm trying to let y'all go. I just want us to make sure we get it right. And these young people, I mean that, though. I want y'all, while y'all young, y'all do the right thing now. Don't go out there and mess yourself up. You might not make it back. A lot of folk that went out there, they want to come back. They can't come back. You get out there, you can throw your whole life away. I know y'all look at your friends and folks out like they having fun. They're not having fun. They living a life. Parents will get them. They'll let them kids go do anything, get the Shabbat. They keep trying to please them and give them stuff so the kids ain't looking at it because these kids know what's right. They like, y'all know what's right. They'll try to get them out. Oh, you don't get to play on. You ain't going to have to worry about all them rules. You can wear what you want. Because the parents are ashamed of themselves. They need the kids to not look at them. Because the kid, you know how kid, you know. Y'all know what stuff right and wrong. You can't say nothing. Do I not know that? Right? You'll see your parents, you just say, you can't say nothing because you're a kid. You ain't fool. And they know their kids see them. They know their kid looking and say, what are you going to tell them? You want to go play? They're like, well, it's your bike. Now you can go on out and play. Don't worry about that. You want to go something, they give you something fun. Don't you want to play baseball? Don't you want to join a football team? They get you all the stuff you want to do so you can't see them. The truth going to come up against everybody. If they tell you I'm telling lies, my lie can't be hid. They're going to come back up. Don't nobody make no fool of that. Y'all in a good place where y'all can get the truth. You can sit down and consider yourself. All that stuff look fun. They'll tell you, listen, watch all them kids later on. They're going to be all tore up, locked up, scarred up, pregnant, and everything are messed up. Take your time. Take your time. Y'all want to get out there and be out. I'm telling you, you got here, these folks, get out there and get you about 3, 4 kids, don't have no husband. See how hard it is to get, don't have no husband. See how hard it is to get a man. It's harder. I heard a man say years ago, say you can walk down the street better now, swing your hand like this, you can with a sack of grocery in your hand. Them young folk couldn't get it. He told them. He used to tell them girls, say, you can walk down the street a whole lot easier. Like you can swing your hand, you ain't got no grocery on them. Because you get a baby, you got to hold it like this. You got 2 of them, you got to hold like this. Try to tell you, it's a whole lot easier. Y'all save yourself, y'all little young daughter, save yourself, you get married. You save a whole lot of trouble. You got to start popping them, baby, your choice will get less. So y'all got an example, got an opportunity to see and learn from us. Don't make the mistake we made. Take your time. It ain't about just getting a baby. You can marry around and you get one of them diseases. I'm talking about stronger than corona now. You get some of that boy, have your picker turned backward. Isn't that right? And that's a big deal. Isn't that right? That's a big deal. Isn't that right? Y'all know that I know this. Hayward is real jealous of me. I thought that, man, how many of y'all check me in the mail? Because y'all can see it jealous. Look at him. Here, man. There you go. First sign of confession. Getting right. Admitting that you are jealous of me, Hayward. But no, I said I know I talked a long time, and I'm trying to let y'all go. But I really hard y'all. I really want to get this right. You know, I think it's good we have a natural talk, too, because I think everybody need to consider that. Time going. Y'all just white people. I know y'all in school. Y'all see your friend. They doing good and having good life. Get some time. You'll see. All them folks, you look at them. Look at all the ones doing. At time going, you'll see them. They be messed up. You see folks dying off, moving off, Mr. Popular, Miss Congeniality, all that stuff. Watch them later. A lot of them went to school with these folks. Crackhead. Smoked out. I dated a guy in school. Man, she was some kind of popular. I seen that heifer walking down County Road one day, smoked out. I looked at that brother, just started killing, man. I'm looking on the mirror. You smoked out. Somebody see me, how you think I met with a geek monster? Man, she was smoked out. I'm telling a lot of folks, man, I went, listen, have you seen them on crack yet? Smoked out? Messed up from you? And you've been out of school how long now? And you done already seen some of them messed up. Just tell you, don't take long. People you done seen back then, they had it going on. I'm trying to tell you, you done seen it now? Ain't none of them messed up.
Not like drugs. I can't say that. They like operating. Like people that operate on drugs.
They operate on drugs?
Yeah. You know, these functioning.
Function addicts.
Yeah, well, ain't got nobody that's like a homeless crackhead.
Homeless crackhead. They out there, they just don't let you know. They'll fake build a house in front of you. You tell them they be lying. Yeah, I'm about to get ready to go back. And he telling that lie. Yeah, I got you look, you say, oh, you just a big liar. That dope make it lie up something too. What about you, brother? How many of your friends on crack? Oh, not many. How many of them? How many of you seen on crack? Not on dope. You know, they don't some. Listen, they don't smoke crack no more. Oh, I'm sorry, they don't fit now. That's safer. All of it crack. Once it rots out, man, all of the same stuff to me. That's that new hot. They're right. They get young folks on quicker stuff. Young folks, they ain't smart enough to take a light and hold a bowl. So you just got to give them a pill. These young folks not smart enough to smoke no crack. Man, crack, man, that's a technology. That technology. You can't just smoke no crack. That dog get out there and put the rock in their pocket and burnt their lip. These kids ain't smart enough to do that. Now you got to give them a pill and some water. These kids not that smart. Making it to some like color like Skittles. They not that smart. Look, we had beer, liquor, wine. They drinking Sprite, ginger ale mixed with something. They not that smart now. This is a whole nother generation. Y'all remember that? We had Sprite, you mixed it with liquor. Now they got lean. Putting in some 60, whether it's some 1 liter drinks out. Y'all don't worry about it. It ain't y'all fault. It's your generation. y'all came out born how to use a telephone. I'm going to tell all these kids, get them one of them rotary phones. That's when you're really smart. And when you mess up, you just got to push the button down. Start over. Listen, man, I could dial that rotary phone. Hit gun, hit gun, hit gun. Yeah. If I had a skill that they go there and hit that little metal piece, come back over, ain't that right? Man, it was rare I mess up on that phone. Y'all know that? Now, you know how to do a rotary phone. That's when you're a genius. Yes, sir. Anybody got a rotary phone they can bring home? You got a rotary phone? Bring, if you can remember the brain, I'm going to see how much sense these kids got. I'm going to have y'all to dial some phone numbers, all right? They don't know that's a phone. Y'all didn't know what the rotary phone is? You seen it on TV? We're going to see if y'all know how to use one. Look at it. I know you know how to hear, ain't it right? Brandon, you ever tried to get something and tuck your ear back a little bit? What grade you in? Phil. They ask you about your ears? A little bit. I'll ask you about them. Let me tell you what happened. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm trying to. So I was talking to my kids. I try to talk. I try to be one of them parents talk to kids. So I was talking to them, talking to I keep my boys, they call them, talking to your boys. So anyway, talking to them, I said, man, Danny, you had that neck thing on. I said, man. I said, boy, when I was coming along, I said, boy, your daddy showed up at school with that thing in the neck. I said, boy, you be out of there. I said, how many of y'all? I said, man, you could never see out there. I said, man, you be done. I said, you mad he public school with that thing. I said, when I was coming along, I said, man, it'd have been done. Here, can y'all school with that thing on? They said they'll quit. But anybody, you know, went to school to pick them up and had that thing. So anyway, I was telling about it. I said, man, they'd have had a field day on them. I said, man, it'd been rough on y'all. I would have said, man, I tell you what, Dad, imagine this. What? How about if your pastor say something about it on live streaming? I said, what? He said, what if your pastor started talking about your daddy with that thing on his neck? He said, that'll kill you worse than it. I said, who you talking about, me? I be happy when I be talking. Don't y'all agree I be happy? That ain't the same thing, though, is it? When I said something about the thing on his neck, is that the same thing as kids picking at school? Tell me, how many of y'all kids want to be saved? So it ain't the same thing, raise your hand. That's what I think, y'all. Appreciate it. That's all. See, the kids, they agree with me. Well, I appreciate that. Well, we're going to get ready to go. Give her a stand, give Mr. Who a hand clap, because he's wonderful.